Hey guys, welcome to this week's edition of Pine Tree Live. As the Pirates are getting ready to take on the Van Vandals, I'm here with Coach Rockwell. Coach Rockwell, how are you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, so I'm going to ask you what everybody's probably been asking since last Friday, man. Talk to me about last week's game against Gilmer.
Last week's game was good. It was really good, especially, man, it's a big-time win for not just our kids, but our program in general. Just, kind of validating a lot of the work that's been going in, and also it helps with the beliefs, especially in the locker room. I feel like kids work hard. A lot of times they're going to want some results. A lot of times in the profession we're in, those results are based off of wins, unfortunately. But it was good. A lot of going into that game was the scheduling. I know Coach Botman, he talked to the staff about, you want to be on that stage, you want to be a championship program, so you gotta go and play championship programs. And man, hats off to Gilmer and what they built over there, and Coach Metzel and that staff does a great job, and so they got a lot of great things going on. So it was good, really good for us.
So you've been here close to almost a decade, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
So you've seen a lot of teams, a lot of different schedules, and a lot of different games for the football program. As far as you go, and I know in a professional like coaching, it's kind of hard to do it, but in your own opinion, where does last week's win rank as far as you've been here, as long as you've been here?
I was thinking about that this weekend. I was like, I would say third. So for me, the first was 2020. We were right off of COVID, and we did something that hasn't been done in Pine Tree over 30 years. We beat consolidated first playoff game in so long. And, I felt like so I've been here now going on 8 years, and you just seeing the program take a step in the right direction, was huge, and taking a big step. And then I guess you would say after that would be Texas High. Texas High, big time. And, they were ranked last year. Pine Tree hasn't beat them, and I don't know how long, if ever. They're a really good program. The coaches down there do a great job, and it's just like we say about Gilmer, like they're a big time championship program. So now you see us, taking a step, continue to take a step in the right direction. And our reason why I put Gilmer third, because now it's like we've taken those steps. We're building. We've stacked some bricks on what we're doing, and now it's no longer we're going into these games. At least we never went into games hoping, but we're going into these games expecting to win, and our kids are bought in and feeling that way too, especially based off the work we put in too.
Definitely. And so, now that was last week, and so I'm pretty sure you and the staff, the rest of the staff, have been trying to get the guys to be ready to turn the page. So let's go ahead and turn the page. Talk to me about the Van Vandals.
Good program. They're a really, really good program. Coach Moffitt, man, they do a really good job down there. If I had to really kind of talk about the identity on the outside looking in and what I think, blue collar, tough kids, coachable kids, gonna be in the right spot, gonna play hard, gonna be physical. So yeah, like I said, I think, and they've had our number the last 2 years, and that's and I'm happy that Coach Botman and staff, we decided to keep them on schedule, because a lot went into planning the preseason of what caliber teams want to play for as championship programs, and also tough teams. And we pride ourselves on being physical, and taking those steps and being a tough team. So it's like, what do you do? Somebody asked, what do you do to be tough? You do tough things. So of course we were gonna keep them on the schedule, and we're looking forward to this one.
So in the week of preparation, you coach the cornerbacks for the football program on
Yes,
the defensive side of the football with Coach Hampton, and this is your third year returning under him.
Yes, sir.
Correct. And then talk to me about your guys. The group of guys. You returned some pretty big guys from last year, and then talk to me about some of the guys that kind of been surprising you this year.
So excited about this group. Very fortunate to get to coach them. Carl Turner, he's a senior. He's a three-time starter, and we got Jaden Williams, who's also a senior. Has played more on the offensive side the last 2 years, and now he's kind of like your Travis Hunter. He's playing on both sides of the ball, and really excited about him just because a lot of the times I'm not asking for him to come in. I'm in, coach. Okay, yes, sir. Go right ahead. Anthony Anderson, he's a junior, 2-year starter going into his second year, and Jordan Taylor, he's another hybrid that plays on the offense that'll come over on defense, and just the core of the group, man. Really excited about it. This group of guys is really a fun group to coach because you can coach them hard and love them even harder. They do a good job of responding well to what you tell them to do and then doing it to their best ability. And man, it's really been I've had a great time, and I know Coach Hamp, we've had a great time being able to coach this group of guys, and especially I'm excited for them.
Gotcha. Well, in closing, Coach, at the end of tomorrow night's game, when the clock's all hit 0, you're out there and you're listening to Coach Bach, Coach Hampton address the team. What do you want to be able to look back and be able to say about the game versus Van?
The biggest thing is, man, just like last week, we know it's never going to be clean. There's no such thing as a perfect game. But one thing we do pride ourselves on is perfect effort, man. I just want my guys, you can make a mistake, and that's fine. But as long as you're giving perfect effort, man, that a lot of times that will fix or also play through your mistakes. So biggest thing is I would like for our guys, not just my guys, but the whole team to leave it out on the field. We've been working towards and taking these big steps towards, this moment, this game, and it started last year. It actually started, not last week, but it actually started in the off season by wanting us to take a next step of being a tough team, physical team on both sides of the ball. That's kind of our brand of football. That's under Coach Bachman's lead, and this team or whatever. That's our brand we want to play, and we like to just play a physical game where we just leave it all out there, man. And if we do that, regardless, I feel like if we do that, we know what the outcome's going to be. But if my guys do that and this team do that, wouldn't be disappointed at all, and we're excited and proud of them. So.
All right. Well, Coach, good luck.
Thanks.
At ABC Auto Parts, what does parts and people you can trust really mean? It means our roots run deep in the communities where we live and do business. That our friendly expert staff is here for you, ready to go above and beyond to get the job done. And you can trust that ABC Auto Parts offers quality brand name parts in stock with competitive pricing, whether you shop online or in store. We are the parts and people you can trust. ABC Auto Parts.
Looking to elevate your brand and make it stand out from the rest? Look no further, because Custom Graphics TX has got you covered. With our wide range of services, we are dedicated to bringing your vision to life.
Your brand is our business.
Our friendly and professional team is here to guide you throughout the entire process, from concept to completion.
You bring it, we'll brand it.
I'm Riley Johnny, and I approve this message.
At Custom Graphics TX, we understand that your brand is your business, and we take that responsibility seriously.
Nestled in the piney woods of East Texas, some consider Longview just a small town, but in reality, it's a hidden gem. From boutique shopping to local eateries, or just finding ways to beat the heat, there are no shortages of things to do in Longview.
"97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com.
At Veribank, we celebrate businesses who are made in Texas. Whether you're ready to buy, grow, or improve cash flow, we have commercial banking experts that can get you the financing you need. If you want a community partner who's customer-focused, stop by your nearest Veribank.
April has been very, very helpful in, number one, educating us in social media. She developed our website for us. For so many of us, that's just such a big monster. We know it's very important, and it's getting to be more and more important every day. And a lot of us don't know how to do that, and April made it so easy.
Well, she's done an incredible job of helping us with our Facebook. We need help with social media in general. You know, especially folks that are not used to doing it all the time like me. And so she's been incredibly flexible and helpful and provided us a lot of information, showed us the how-tos and how not to make it work for us.
We just got done making brochures, and she did a fantastic job. And I'm kind of controlling just because I like things a certain way, and I barely helped at all, and the brochures they're amazing. She did great. I can't wait to put them around town. If you want someone who knows what they're doing, who can show you results, not just do it for you, but also get the results that you're looking for. If you want more clients, if you want to build your business brand, she's definitely the person to call.
April and her team has helped us grow our profits by 60% because we had to fill in the gaps. We didn't have people that could work 24 hours a day. So by her creating chat bots and things of that sort, that allow for us to be able to scale and go to another level. If you're ever thinking about getting someone who can take your marketing to the next level, please reach out to April.
She's very, very nice. She's very flexible. Understanding of those that are very limited in their ability to work with social media. And so she really helps and takes you at whatever your level that you're at and helps you come up to the level you need to be. So we've enjoyed working with her, and we appreciate her very much.
I would say that if you don't call on April to help you with your marketing, you're going to be shorting yourself. You're going to be limiting yourself. Just take the time, call her up. She will come to you, she will visit with you, and she will make it easy on you to market your business in whatever forms it needs to be marketed.
My name is April Barnard. I am the owner of Marketing with April. We are the creator of Virtual Marketing Machines, and We like to help our small businesses. I have been in digital marketing for over 20 years. I started back when AOL was cool, so that kind of tells you my age and how much experience I have with it. Digital marketing and any kind of marketing has been my passion. I love working with small businesses, and so a couple months ago, well, about a year ago, I stepped out on my own because I wanted to chase my passion, and that was to help the small businesses be able to blossom into larger companies. I love working with the small communities because the small businesses tend to struggle, and I like to go in there and coach them and teach them how to take their business to the next level. And that's where the Creator Virtual Marketing Machine comes into place. We build a virtual marketing machine that acts as an employee for you online. I believe that small businesses are my go-to because of the fact that they seem to struggle, and a lot of them can't afford large advertising companies because they don't have the budget that they can afford to spend $5,000, $10,000. And so my way of giving back is to help the small businesses and teach them how to be more effective. A lot of times smaller businesses are more entrepreneurship, and they start businesses with less income. And they get in this habit of wearing so many hats that marketing tends to struggle. So I like to go in and teach them the importance of taking their business, focusing on their online reputation. It's a small process to get started, but if you don't do it in the right way, it affects your business. And so if you learn the small steps and we work with you, eventually I'll have you up to being one of those customers that you can afford to spend the larger dollars with the larger agencies or stay with me and blossom. My passion is to help them grow. I want to see my area communities in Northeast Texas. We have a lot of wonderful businesses here that are struggling because of the fact that they don't grasp the true meaning of marketing. And if we help them and we market that, then our community grows. We can offer more jobs and more things for the kids to do and stay. And the way these small communities are going is everything is going online. So you can have a cute little storefront in a small community that tourism comes to.
Ahoy, hello, and welcome to the Verabank Pine Tree Live broadcast. I am Michael Clements Jr., and alongside me is the friendly voice of Pirate Insider, Coach Angel Rocha. After raiding the Buckeyes last Friday in Gilmer, the Bucks are home tonight in Longview for their home opener against a familiar early season opponent, the Van Vandals. After being down 12-0 early on, the Pirates would get a solid effort from their offense, defense, and special teams on the way to a comeback win. It looked like the Buckeyes were in control, but the Black Flag defense would stiffen up and hold the Buckeyes to only 3 points the remainder of the game. Khalil Deckard got the party started late in the third with a 75-yard punt return that set up a quick score, and then in the fourth quarter, senior quarterback Matt Cates hit Jordan Taylor with a majestic 50-yard pass for the go-ahead score. Tadarian Peters put a punctuation mark on the night with a strip sack recovered by fellow senior Seth MacFarlane to end the game. The big win over last year's 4A state champions earned third-year head coach Jason Bachman Texas 4A Coach of the Week honors. The week was fun, but it now puts a target on the back of the Pirates as a team to beat. The Van Vandals got their season started on a positive note as well after taking down the Dallas Carter Cowboys 28-20 on the road last week. Van returns Jackson Moffitt, who was a problem for the Pirates when they played last season, and he will look to get things going on early to his number one receiver, Caden Rowe. Van, who has had a tough running game the last 2 years, moves the ball quickly in big chunks using downfield passing and will try to create space around the line of scrimmage for Austin Moffitt. This will be a good test for the Bucks as they are no stranger to a tough opponent. Coach Rocha, what are your thoughts for tonight's matchup?
Yeah, the thoughts, man, first and foremost, I think they said in The Wizard of Oz, there's no place like home. And, man, to be up here and to see the view that what we're looking at and what Pine Tree Live is looking at, those of you at home, man, we have one of the most beautiful stadiums in all of East Texas. And it's great to be back home, great to be here for the season home opener. But besides all that, man, you hit the nail on the head earlier in the intro, Mike. There's a target on us. When you start rattling the cage, and we definitely rattled the cage when we beat Gilmer last week, people are starting to wonder, what is Pine Tree really going to do this year? And no better chance and no better opportunity to get a chance to be able to make our own noise and rattle some more cages by taking on a Van Vandal team and beating a Van Vandal team that has had our number for the last couple of years. So definitely a great opportunity, a great chance, and man, I think the Pirates are excited about doing that as well. And, I think Coach Bachman said it in the media days, like he kept them on here for a reason. They hadn't beat them in the last 2 years. And I think Coach Bachman, his staff, and obviously the guys want the opportunity to redeem those 2 losses in the last 2 years.
This is a great test for the Pirates. As you mentioned, Coach, the last 2 years we've had a tough time with the Vandals, but we know that they have a good offense. They've got a good, sound defense. Their head coach, Coach Moffitt, I believe this is his 5th season there. Or no, I think it's his 14th or 15th season at Van. And they've made the playoffs. I think they've only missed the playoffs maybe 1 season since he has been the head coach there. So this is a great early season test, as it has been the last couple of years. But I've got to think that those Pirates tonight are going to be ready to get a win and probably a little bit of revenge against the Vandals.
Yeah, definitely that. I mean, and like I said, last year was 24-17, 1 touchdown loss. MJ, got he was just a little bit short on the completion, and then the year before that, 28-14. So definitely some unfinished business out there, and I think the Pirates are going to be looking forward to that, to reclaiming that and redeeming that in this game.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us on the ABC Auto Parts pregame show. We do have the national anthem coming up shortly, but we just want to thank you for once again tuning in to our broadcast here. We are in Longview, Texas at Pirate Stadium, home again, dippity-doo. So excited to be back in the booth with you, Coach. And although Gilmer, the hospitality was nice, there is nothing like being in the press box at Pirate Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, and gentlemen, kindly remove your hats. Let's take a moment of silence and reflect as we each in our own way give thanks and keep in mind our nation, our students, and the brave men and women who serve to protect our communities and our country, both here at home and across the world. remain standing and turn your attention to the flagpoles in the north end zone for the playing of our national anthem. The national anthem tonight is being played by the Pine Tree Pride Marching Band under the direction of Mark Perry.
Welcome back to the broadcast, and thank you for the national anthem there. That was good. We now have the Marketing by April coin toss coming up, but I would like to introduce our referees for tonight. We have umpire Jeff Williams, headline judge Tito Guerva. We have headline judge, referee Cody Nolan, line judge Ezra Hine, back judge Tyler Wilder, side judge Devin Anderson, and field judge Josh Watson.
Yeah, and the captains for tonight are for Van, they're number 3, Easton Hinch, number 8, Caden Rowe, number 13, Tyler Williams, and then it looks like number 55, Justice Anderson. And then for the Pirates, the number 4, Matt Cates, number 18, Seth McFarland, number 7, Tidarian Peters, number 8, Keyshawn Bowie, number 10, Jordan Taylor, and then number 76, Peyton Davis.
Coach, I think you and I are going to get the hang of this eventually. You're here with the student broadcasting team of Michael Clements and Coach Rocha. No, this is our first game back in the booth and trying some new things out this season. We're very excited about them, and we're very excited about Marketing with April being our coin toss sponsor. So thank you, and thank you to ABC Auto Parts for sponsoring our pregame show. And Coach, how was your interview with Coach Rock this week?
Man, Coach Rock is he's a great guy. He's a rock star. He's an awesome guy to coach. He was an awesome guy to coach with on the sideline. I was very lucky to be able to share the sideline with him. And, man, he just has so much insight, but not just insight, but just so much passion for the game, for the program, for Pine Tree. I mean, he does a lot for Pine Tree as well as coaching football. He's a parent liaison for the district. And, MC our pep rallies, our Black History Month programs, along with Coach Dinkins, who also helps him out with the pep rallies. I mean, just an awesome guy, but, man, so much insight, and you can see how he thinks, and what he does is reflected through Coach Hampton and Coach Bachman. He definitely is a great hand for those guys, and we really do have a great staff. Man, he is fun to interview, and I can't wait to interview more coaches as the season goes on, and changing up just a little bit of, just instead of just Coach Bachman, which we always like to hear from Coach Bachman, but, these other coaches too. I mean, Coach Bachman will be the first one to tell you, he's a good coach because he has great coaches around him, and we definitely have that with the staff.
Well, we have Alex Morales on for the East Texas Preferred Properties kickoff And this football game is going to get started under these Friday night lights. Here we go. And it is going to be a fair catch, so this ball will come out to the 25, and that is where quarterback Jackson Moffitt will get the Vandals started.
Great kick by Alex Morales. He told me this year, like, Coach, I'm going to try to hit it in the back of the end zone every single time. Like, I want our kickoff team just to run down there and not have to worry about covering anything. And he's been off to a great start this season.
So the Vandals will come on to the field. The Pirates defense, which looked very good last week, they were playing very disciplined defense. They were not giving up a lot. Gilmer got some things going on early in that game, but Coach Hampton really made the right adjustments, and there they are right away getting started. That's going to be a loss on the first carry of the game for the Vandals. Getting in the backfield, it looked like was number 76 of the Pirates, Peyton Davis.
Yeah, and Peyton Davis, he's one of those guys that, you know, if you listen to the interview with me and Coach Rock, he talks about hybrids playing offense and defense. And Peyton Davis is one of those guys for us playing offensive line and defensive line. Man, what a get off right there, and the tackle for loss to start off the game.
And here's our next play, and right away they go to number 8. He is a senior and a good player, Caden Rowe, and he is a name that you're going to hear quite a bit tonight. They love to hit him, those slant routes and the post route. Last week he scored on a post route against Dallas Carter, and it is going to be a name to get familiar with, and one of the favorite targets of Jackson Moffitt, the quarterback.
Yeah, so you're going to have to see the defensive line get off the ball a little bit quicker than they did last week. Last week, you know, with McCown had a fast trigger as well. Moffitt just as experienced as McCown and just as good of a quarterback as McCown. And so defensive line is going to have to get some pressure around him and get him a little nervous to get him off his spot.
And here comes the third play. And right away they go to, it looks like number 3, Easton Hinch. So Easton Hinch on the reception.
Yeah, and one of the other things, talking to Coach Rock, he said that Van was going to try to exploit the middle of the field. They were going to try to get those number 2, number 3 wide receivers, get them inside the seams, in between the corners, the outside backers, and that little gap right there in front of the safeties. And you can see with these bubble routes, with these hitch routes, with these slants, that's exactly what Van is doing.
Pirates getting after the running game again and getting in the backfield that time. Looked like David Lively. Lively got in there and busted that play up. Allowed the rest of that black flag front 4 to get in and mix it up. So third down and short coming up.
Yeah, and this front 4 plays a little different than last year's. I mean, I think we're now to a point where we're almost done talking about last year's front 4, and this front 4 has made their own name for themselves. And just getting into the gap, they're very good run stoppers, and they have such a good defensive line get off that it causes problems for gap schemes, and you see that right now.
And the first third down of the night for the Vandals, they will convert just barely, about a yard past the marker, but it will move the chains.
Yeah, and in the run game, they're getting 2-3 yards a pop. You know, it's not like they're just gashing the Pirate defense right here. And so, again, if they can get Moffitt off of his spot, I think it's going to start proving problems for the Van offense, especially if they can't get their run game situated more than what they have so far.
And quarterback Jackson Moffitt does have some wheels. He had 2 running touchdowns last week. Right there, they go for an outside sweep with the quarterback keeper. You gain a 2 yards, second down and 8.
You know, and almost on cue, Mike, right there, he just shows off the wheels, trying to get to the outside, and he almost gets there. But perimeter defense did a good job by the Pirates to get them turned back inside and get them for only a 2-yard gain.
And we are going to take a break here on the broadcast. When we come back, there'll be more Pirate football.
All across East Texas and around the world, former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. and they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
Capture the world from new heights with M6 Drones and Media. We are your one-stop shop for all things media, offering top-notch aerial photography and videography services that will elevate your content to the next level. Whether it's capturing breathtaking landscapes, covering events with our expert event photography, or even live broadcasting, we've got you covered. With our state-of-the-art equipment and skilled team, your vision will come to life like never before. Let us take your storytelling to new heights.
Welcome back to Pirate Stadium. We're at 2nd down and 8. And quarterback Jackson Moffitt overthrows his receiver. Good coverage on that play by Seth McFarland.
Yeah, and now you're starting to see a little bit of the cat and mouse game. Coach Hampton, he's almost like, watching the Matrix. I mean, he's going to program it, download it, figure it out, and then he's going to start making you try to beat him left-handed. And so right there you kind of see the adjustment, and that's a big third down for the Pirate defense.
Well, this is what we saw last week in Gilmer. Gilmer would move the ball, but then they would just kind of hit a wall. And so far, that's what this drive's looking like right here. They had a good start, but the Pirates able to shut them down. Let's see if we can hold them on this 3rd down and 8, Pirate Nation. It's a run up the middle. It's going to come up short by about 2 yards.
I like what they're doing. They're pressing the perimeter and saying, all right, we're not going to let you just run freely inside. And it's up to Seth McFarland. He's the only linebacker with a little bit of safety help behind him, and he's going to have to be the one that if it gets past the first level of the defensive line, he's going to have to scrape through and make a sure-handed tackle.
Thank you to all of our sponsors this year: Energy Weld Fab, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Custom Graphics, and Barwell Solutions. We appreciate your support. And it's 4th down. The Pirates jumped but got back on sides. We know Moffitt would like to draw them off without having to actually call this play, but here we go. Run up the middle, and the Pirate defense blows the thing up. And it's a gang tackle. It was just a force. It was like as soon as he said hut, that whole offensive line just had a wave hit it, and the Black Flag defense holds strong on the first possession of the game.
Yeah, that was a lot of Keyshawn Bowie and Earl Williams right there, but a lot of credit has to go to that defensive line because they do not get through if that defensive line doesn't blow up that offensive line, like you said, Mike. And it was just a surge. That blue really overtook that white right there.
And coming onto the field now is quarterback Matt Cates. And this offense that was able to put up 22 points last week on the state champion Gilmer Buckeyes. Cates right away getting things started, hits his receiver. And who was that? That was number 5, Jaden Williams. So Jaden Williams on the reception from Cates. Gets things started quick, 9 yards.
I'd love to see it. Jay Will, definitely a kid that grows with confidence. You get the ball in his hand. He's a guy that Coach Rockwell kind of talked about, gave the early indications of him being a Travis Hunter hybrid defensive guy. And so definitely like seeing him get started right here on the offensive side of things.
2nd down and 1. Stacked wide receivers, bottom of your screen. Jordan Taylor in motion. And that's Hunter with his first carry of the game. And it's a nice one. It's going to be a gain of about 12, 14 yards, 1st down and across midfield. And now we'll have the Longview Chamber of Commerce starting lineups. Here is your offense for your Pirates.
A lot of senior leadership on this line right here. Peyton Davis, and then a lot of veteranship in the skilled positions, guys like Jordan Taylor, Lamarian, and MJ Cates.
Pirates in Vandal territory, in command. They go back to the first play that they ran, and it's successful again. Jaden Williams, like clockwork, that's a 7-yard reception.
Love it. And just a little bit of a rollout by MJ, but he trusted and knew that he was going to hit his break right on time and hit him right with the ball right when he turned around. It's a great route running by Jaden Williams right there.
Pirates showing the I formation. Lamarion Hunter at running back. Jordan Taylor to the top of your screen. They will run the play action out of this. Taylor's going to be wrapped up quickly. Vandals sniff that one out. The offense line, not much movement. It'll be third down.
A little bit different what we were accustomed to seeing last year. Last year, very early in the down, sometimes the Pirates would get behind with either a negative play or a penalty, and right there you had a very manageable second and short, in which last week against Gilmer they had a lot of those situations too and converted quite a bit of them. Now third and short, let's see what the Pirates do. Free play.
And he recognizes that free play, and he's going to go deep, and he hits his receiver out at the 3-yard line. That's Brandon Smith with a spectacular catch. Fingertip catch. He put his hands out there, and Cates' pass just fell right into his fingers. He was able to reel it in. Big gain on that play for the Pirates.
What a heads-up play. And again, talking about the senior veteranship of this offense, and right there on display, didn't take the play off and said, hey, let's go get something. We can get it for free. And, man, just like anybody else, I love things for free.
That was a great just recognition right there by Cates to see that and play it. That's that veteran senior leadership that you were just speaking about, Coach. And here we go, 3-yard line. Your Pirates are in the Edward Jones red zone. Up the middle is Hunter. He bounces out to the right, and that's going to be a PDQ America PTTD Pine Tree touchdown.
What a great play call right there. We can hit you in the passing game, can hit you on the run game as well. What a great exclamation point by Lamarion Hunter, who got it started off in the beginning right there at midfield, converted a big first down, got a big chunk yardage, and got rewarded right there with the touchdown as the PAT falls a little short. Looks like there was a little bit of a problem on the connection with the kick, but nonetheless, the Pirates are still in the lead.
So Hunter with the carry, the 3-yard carry for touchdown. That's going to take us to break. When we come back, the Pirates will be kicking back off to the Vandals.
At Veribank, we celebrate businesses who are made in Texas. Whether you're ready to buy, grow, or improve cash flow, we have commercial banking experts that can get you the financing you need. If you want a community partner who's customer-focused, stop by your nearest Veribank.
April has been very, very helpful in, number one, educating us in social media.
Welcome back to Pirate Stadium. That was a 7-play drive, 68 yards, that resulted in a Lamarion Hunter 3-yard touchdown. The drive took roughly 3.5 minutes. So the Pirates getting things started right where they left off last week against Gilmer.
Yeah, right now as we get ready for Alex Morales to kick the ball off, see if he reaches the end zone on this one. Go on and cut it close. Fair catches it and does get into the end zone. You know, Gilmer put themselves in a situation where they couldn't quite overcome the deficit at the end because of missed extra points at the beginning. They got out to a 12-0 lead, and then at the end it ended up coming back to bite them. Hopefully, Pirates, it doesn't do that. It doesn't spell doom for them, and hopefully they can keep their foot on the gas, keep on going, and just try to figure out the connections on those PATs right there. And with Julian Ibarra, that kid's he'll rebound, he'll do well on his next given chance.
Thank you again to our kickoff sponsor, East Texas Preferred Properties. It's first down and 10 for the Vandals. Their second drive of the game, starting at the 25. And they're going to hand it around the edge, looking for anything they can, but Pirates all around We do have a Sparkle janitorial flag on the play.
Holding was the call right there, and love what Coach Hampton's doing. If you can tell on the screen when they line up in their trips, which is a 3 wide receiver set out to the left or to the right, he's lining up athlete for athlete, manning them up on the line, and saying, "Seth, you're in charge of everything run game in the middle." And so just a little bit of a cat and mouse game and kind of a chess game, if you will. And right now the Pirates are winning.
So Moffitt, after the Sparkle janitorial flag, knocks him back 10 yards. First down and 20. Looking to his left side, and right there, coming up with a great acrobatic play, is Julian Ibarra. So the man can do it all. Is that 25 or 26, Coach?
I think
That's got to be 26. Earl Williams.
Yeah, that's 26.
It is 26, and I've got Julian Ibarra at 26.
Sorry, then it's 25.
So it's not.
It's 25.
Yeah, we got something off with the numbers there. I was thinking, man, our kicker can play some great defense, Coach.
I was going to try them out at different positions on the soccer field too.
All right, now that was good defense by Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson's doing a great job with Earl Williams right below him and providing that coverage right below him. And again, you're seeing a little bit more of the chess match as Coach Hampton is in and out of a cover 1 and what looks to be like a cover 2 with 2 safeties in the back end of the secondary, and a big third down for the Pine Tree Pirate defense.
Third down and long. Pirates just don't need to let them get to the 35-yard line. Moffitt looking for his receiver on the play, Aiden Willis, and it drops incomplete. Good coverage by the Pirates, and they come up with a big stop on third down.
I love it. And right there, I don't know if he doesn't tip it. I don't know if number 17 back there, Dalen Montgomery, I don't know if he doesn't pick the ball off and make a play for pick 6, because he was right there in the right spot. Moffitt having a little bit of trouble trying to find the open windows now that it's past the first series. And he's having a little bit of trouble, but that's due to the Pirate defense playing really good right there as Jordan Taylor is trying to get it back into our side of the field.
So we do have a number switcheroo, something going on here with 26, Coach. We'll find out who that is. I'm guessing it's 25, Earl Williams. Earl, who had a good game last week.
Yeah, he had a good game. Of course, the Pine Tree defense had a good game. This offense really stepped up in very key moments. Off to a slow start in the first half, but in the second half they got things kind of going. MJ had a pretty great night as far as passing goes and running. He was just a dual threat quarterback the whole way, including that very pivotal touchdown he scored to tie it up, and then the 2-point conversion to go ahead. And so this offense has a lot of firepower on it.
Matt Cates back at it, starting at their own 49-yard line. And they're just going to go right back to the well. Looking deep. Really handsy, and there's a Sparkle janitorial flag. Brandon Smith intended on the reception, but he was covered. And I don't know if it was in the right way. So we've got a penalty on the flag. That should be 15 to the Pirates.
Yeah, MJ's recognizing that, right, that Brandon Smith is able to win right at the point of attack, and he can turn that corner. So if he puts it out in front of him just enough, he's going to draw some contact and draw the flag, and if he doesn't make the catch, and he did that on that play.
So 3:46 to go in the first quarter. Cates I formation. Sweep to the right. Hunter finds a hole. burst through, but gets stopped quickly at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Yeah, right there. Lemarion couldn't, was a little bit in front of his blockers. You saw number 75, Tristan Peele, trying to get through, seal, and kick out on that edge. And just at the right moment, guy ended up crashing down and ended up getting it for a little bit of a loss. So Pirates are going to be looking at 2nd and 11.
The Vandals will mix it up on defense. They were able to get after the Dallas Carter quarterback last week and get some strip sacks. So far tonight, though, the O-line for the Pirates holding strong as MJ Cates' pass just sails a bit high and out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, look for the Pirates to come back to that play because everybody crashed down on the inside hitch, and what you didn't see was Jaden Williams was right up the seam as everybody bit on the early stuff, and Jaden Williams was wide open in the back end of the end zone. Look for Coach Bachman to make a mental note of that, and he'll come back to that later on in the game.
I'd like to also bring up how much better Cates' game is starting off than last week. He was 4 of 20 last week, and already tonight with four completions. And we've got stoppage on the field. It's going to be offsides on the Pirates, so Sparkle Janitorial Flag is going to push the Pirates back 3rd down and it's going to make this 3rd down not any easier.
You know, and earlier we kind of talked about, Mike, how the Pirates were doing better, especially last week in the early parts of today or tonight, where they were getting in good 2nd and 3rd down manageable conversions. Right now, a little bit of a long one with the 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16 play call, but the good thing is they're on their side of the field.
Pirates have been able to get chunks at a time. Sets up the screen, and there is open field, and it looks like he's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And off to the races. It's going to be a PDQ America PT TD Pine Tree touchdown. On the reception was Dalen Montgomery.
Doing a little bit of everything tonight, a little bit of inside linebacker work, and right there was able to slip out of a reach on the nearest defender and get the screen pass and find his way to pay dirt.
What a great catch. Broke the tackle early on and had nothing but open field. That was a well-designed play, Coach.
And it was, and right there, number 26, Julian Ibarra, does make the PAT after the touchdown. It looks like the kicking and the holding problems have been resolved, and all is right as we get a good 7 points on that series right there.
So Dalen Montgomery with the 42-yard touchdown caps off the 51-yard drive. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, there'll be more Pirate football. 97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com. Pirate football is back in action. Let's dive right back into the game. The Pirates' 51-yard drive capped off by a 42-yard touchdown pass to Dalen Montgomery. Screen pass set up on the 3rd down and long, and Cates hits him, and Montgomery did the rest. Coach, this is exactly how the Pirates probably wanted to start this game.
It's not a bad start. Here's the deal. You got to be able to do this through all 4 quarters. Don't get comfortable with the lead. Just keep on playing your game and make them do something else. And right now, defensively, Coach Hampton is doing a great job. Him and his staff have taken what Moffitt and that offense wanted to do to the Pirate defense, let them get a little bit acclimated, see what they were going to do. And like I said, like the Matrix, downloaded it, figured it out, and now the Van offense has been struggling this last couple of series, or these last 2 series, to be able to move the ball on this Pirate defense.
Well, the Pirates just got to keep them in a vice and applying the pressure. This Van offense is very, very talented. I can't stress that enough, how quickly this team can score if they want to. But this Pirate defense so far tonight has came to play. And they've got the support of the crowd behind them. Good crowd here in Longview at Pirate Stadium tonight. It's a beautiful evening. Clear skies. And there goes Moffitt. Right to his receiver. It's 9-yard gain, and that's Rowe on the reception.
Yeah. Right there, Pirates were in a little bit of a zone. Hit that slant right there in the middle of it, but look for Coach Hampton to kind of take that away. If that's what they have to be able to do, or that's what they want to do, look for Coach Hampton to take it away from him and try to say, you're going to have to beat us in the inside run. And right now, the defensive line, that front seven for the Pirates are playing an exceptional game right now.
Thank you again to our sponsors, Energy Well Fab, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Custom Graphics, and Barwell Solutions. We appreciate your support this 2024 football season. 2nd down and 1. Vandals are able to pick it up, and we'll get it out to the 39-yard line.
You know, again, in Coach Rockwell's interview, he mentioned how this is a tough Van team, and it's a tough program. Coach Moffitt does a great job over there and has done a great job over there with this program. And if you look on that offensive line, they're not small. I mean, this is a good test for the Pirate defense.
Well, this is really the first 2 tests of this season. You got Gilmer last week with, it's about as much speed as the Olympic track team had. And then this week, you get the Van Vandals that can run and pass extremely well. They've got a good group of seniors. But so far tonight, Pine Tree is just holding them down. So it's 2nd down and 10. Pirates getting to the quarterback, Coach.
Yeah, and it's just they're doing it in such a different way. I mean, guys like Peyton Davis and David Lively and Tydarian Peters, it's just a different makeup. But, man, their get-off is so fast and so low that, I mean, as an offensive line, they're just tough to get out of the gaps.
2nd down and 10. Back to the slant route, and there was 3 Pirates in the area, but it looks like there's going to be a penalty and thrown in the direction of either holding or pass interference. So we'll see what the Sparkle janitorial flag call is going to be.
I think it's going to be more in the pass interference realm. Wide receiver threw his hands up at the end, kind of drew the eye and drew the flag. It's all about showmanship right there, and he definitely got the call right. The call, and it'll go against the Pirates. And right now, Van is looking to pick up a couple of key first downs here in this drive.
It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line. The Vandals crossed the 50 on their first drive of the game, and then instantly were shut down on the next 4 plays. The Pirates took over after that. And right there, that is a big tackle by Tydarian Peters last week, who had the fumble. He calls the fumble on the final play of the game that McFarland recovered. Peters is a force to be reckoned with. Coach, you said it earlier. That front 4 last year, everybody was like, what's going to happen? I mean, you lose a guy that goes D1, or multiple players off that front 4 are playing college ball right now on Saturdays, and you almost had to replace the whole front 4.
Oh, yeah, and definitely. But you were able to see guys like Tydarian get chances last year.
And there is Rowe right there. That was a play against Dallas Carter. They went to a number of times, just throw it up and let Rowe get it. And he's able to use that big physical body of his.
You were able to see guys like Tydarian get chances last year.
He has been playing very well. He defended there well is Rowe right there. That was a play Rowe's height right against Dallas. Too much for him.
Yeah, and that's something you can't coach. You can't coach height. And Carl Turner is as good, if not one of the best cornerbacks in East Texas. And we said that last year. He's just gotten better this year, especially under the tutelage of Coach Rock and Coach Hampton. Look for him to make the adjustments to take that height away from Rowe.
And the final play of the first quarter coming up, Moffitt going around to the left side, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds by McFarland. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, it'll be the second quarter at Pirate Stadium.
April has been very, very helpful in, number one, educating us in social media. She developed our website for us. For so many of us, that's just such a big monster. We know it's very important, and it's getting to be more and more important every day. And a lot of it.
Welcome back. You were in the booth with Michael Clements and Coach Rocha. Coach, what are your thoughts after that first quarter?
Man, you can't get off to a better start than that. Offensively, defensively, I think there were a couple of special teams plays left out there for the Pine Tree Pirates, especially on that first PAT. But, you know, one of the questions coming into this game was how physical could this team be against a team like Van. You know, last week I think against Gilmer, you know, the Pirates had to be able to match athleticism, speed for speed, and of course being the storied program that Gilmer was. And this week it's a little bit different. They're having to match physicality, and then the knowing that, hey, Van has had their number for the past couple of years. Can we change the narrative? Can we be something different this year?
Matt Cates, 4 of 5 for 94 yards in that first quarter. We're going to go back to the field where they're in the Edward Jones red zone. Moffitt has the Vandals on the move, and he tries to hit his brother. That's Austin Moffitt. It's going to fall incomplete. It'll be third down. Pirates tonight have had success on these third downs against the Vandals. They've only been able to convert a couple, but nothing that had them in a position to score. This is the closest that Van has been to the end zone of the Pirates. So here we go. Forrest Williams, Edward Jones, red zone. It's a handoff up the middle. I think it caught the Pirates a bit by surprise, and he is going to inch his way past that first down marker. On the carry for the Vandals was Christian Fabian.
Yeah, I think a little bit of miscommunication as well. It seemed like the back end and the front end did two separate things, and it caused a little bit of the gap to get the Van Vandals that first down. Look for Coach Hampton to tighten down the screws right now.
Moffitt with 4 wide receivers spread. He's got 1 running back in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff once again to Fabian, but nothing doing there. Pirates ready for it. Second down and 10.
A little bit more of a familiar feel to that play right there as the defensive line pinched on the corners, and again shutting down that inside A and B gap. They're going to tell them, hey, you're going to have to beat us on the outside or try to hit a quick pass.
Quarterback does like the run down here in the red zone. Oh, and right there, Seth McFarland's got the pick. Good deflection by Carl Turner. He got right in there. Now, there is a Sparkle janitorial flag on the play, but right now, Seth McFarland's going to take this one to the house for a PDQ America PTTD Pine Tree touchdown. Is this one going to come back?
I think this one's going to come back, and man, Mom told me to say if I couldn't say anything nice, not to say nothing nice at all. That is a great play by Seth McFarland and that secondary. It just so happens that it's going to come back. The Pirates are going to have to figure out how to turn the page, wipe the slate clean, and just learn to attack on the next play. Just get that one out.
Yeah, that was tight. It looked. I don't know. It looks one way up here versus it does on the field. Carl Turner, though, got his hand in there and was able to deflect it, but the back side of him, he may have been a little handsy on the receiver.
Yeah, that 5 yard gap inside where they can kind of get a little handsy. I mean, it's all subjective. I mean, 5 yards. I mean, on a field in the heat of play. I mean, just everything happened so fast. And I really thought that Carl beat him to the spot because I thought he was trying to go through him to catch it. The ball popped up. Seth got it and ran the touchdown back. What a play that would have been for the Pirate defense, but nonetheless, learn how to overcome that, be tough, don't break, and get on to the next play.
Well, and that's what we're going to do. It's probably going to be first down and goal for the Vandals. Whenever we get back at it, we had to, when you run all the way to the opposite side of the field, it takes everybody a minute to get back. So it'll be first down and goal. We have 10:23 remaining in this second quarter.
And right there, I think Coach Hampton didn't like what he saw, and so he called a timeout.
And it is a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout. So we get things sorted out here. We'll remain on the broadcast. So, Coach, that was a really close play. I would have loved for that to have been a touchdown return from McFarland. It really would have just put this game right where we wanted it, but the Vandals now back in business. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, it speaks to what kind of player Seth McFarland is. I mean, you have a guy that's going to the University of Houston, committed earlier this summer. He's a special talent. He's a special player. I think we knew that, learned that last year when he was playing, and he's been a 3-year starter, anchors the defense for the Pirates. And right now he's going to have to learn how to overcome running 100 yards and having to make the next play.
Well, maybe they were able to get some energy back after that Texas Semi-Trailers timeout. We're back in the Edward Jones red zone. Fabian in the backfield. He gets the carry. But blowing up that play was the big man, Travion Rugley.
Yeah, I love Rugley. Rugley is such a character, and you can see it right there after he celebrated. You're going to know when he makes a good play. He has such good energy, such a fun kid. He always has a smile in the hallway. Right there during the play, I guarantee you he didn't have a smile. But after the play, I guarantee you he was all smiles as he blew that play up.
Rugley's having some success tonight. Between him and some of these other guys, Peyton Davis, we called his name out tonight. They're going to get after the quarterback again here. But Moffitt does hit Rowe for the touchdown. So Moffitt to Rowe for the 3-yard touchdown is going to put the Vandals down now 13-6 with the extra point coming up.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play, but I think it was encroachment or offsides on the defense. So the touchdown is going to stand, and Van will come out for the PAT.
So Van comes out with the PAT, but the Pirates got a block and a scoop, and here we go. It's off to the races. The 30, the 20, 10, and it's going to be returned for a 2-point conversion by Khalil Deckard. That was some speed on that field goal block return. So that's going to make the score now 15-6 and keep the Pirates up by 9.
Huge play for the Pirates. There is a flag on the play, and I don't know if it was during the play or if it was a sideline infraction, sideline warning on the coaches or the players. They got a little excited, found themselves in that forbidden white area on the sideline. I think it'll stand. I think they're just going to have to tack it on the kickoff. So great play by the Pirates, and that makes up for the missed PAT, swings it back in the momentum back in the direction of the Pirates. What a great play. Way to respond. Pine Street Pirate defense, that black flag defense like you called it last week. Mike, I'm starting to enjoy that.
Hey, Khalil Hot Wheels Deckard, dude, last week on the punt return against Gilmer, that's really what put the Pirates in business to be able to come back, tie that game up, and then ultimately take the win. And right here, a huge play
I feel like I wish the field was another 100 yards long because I would have loved to just watched him continue to run.
Yeah, Khalil's a good runner. He's on the track team as well. I mean, a great kid, great athlete. You've seen it on display multiple weeks in a row now. Was the special teams player of the week along with Alex Morales last week for his special teams play, and I guarantee you he's on his way to being the special teams player of the week this week with that play right there.
So now the East Texas Preferred Properties kickoff. The Vandals will kick off to the Pirates. This will be the first time tonight that we've seen the Vandals kicker. And it's going to be a short kick. It'll be taken at the 20-yard line. Looking for a seam, but nothing there. Return's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Ashton Valentine on the return. So the Pirates, now we'll get to see what the offense is going to do here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see this offense. Again, just keep your foot on the gas pedal. You know, we wanted to kind of figure out what kind of team this is, and I think this is just a continuation from last week, and I kind of felt like that in the Gilmer game last week as well, Mike, you know, because we had called on the Nacogdoches game, the Hallsville game, and then the Texas High game. And it just seems like the Pirates are just picking up where they left off last season.
Cates hits his receiver, and he busted out. That's going to be a gain of, looks like about 17 yards.
Yeah, that was number 1, Brandon Smith. And I think we've called his name out quite a few times this evening. And I think that puts MJ right over the century mark already. And we still have 9 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
5 of 6 this evening for 105 yards. First down, 10. Pirates approaching midfield. Second play of the drive, I formation. We'll look. It's going to be a handoff. And Lamarion Hunter trying to get something, but not finding much. 1 yard.
I like what Coach Bachman's doing. He's mixing up I, gun, fullback in the backfield, fullback in I formation. Right there, he had 2 wide receivers out to the very edge of the sidelines or the field, I should say. And it was one-on-one coverage in the inside with very little cushion. Look for him to try to come back to that formation and maybe hit the wide receivers on a real quick slant, because there's not going to be anybody there to stop them if they're able to connect on it.
And we'll see, Coach, what's going to happen here. Jordan Taylor slant route right over the middle, on cue, Coach, and that'll be a pickup of 17 yards. Good play and good reception by number 10, the senior.
Yeah, Jordan Taylor going to have a great game. You know, it seems like Coach Rock had almost like the script in his pocket. He mentioned a lot of guys that we're saying the names of tonight: Jordan Taylor, Jaden Williams, Carl Turner, all guys that are making plays on both sides of the ball tonight.
Pirates marching this ball down the field, and it's great to see Cates. His accuracy tonight has been very good. And here we go, offsides again, and he's going to go back with the deep pass. It falls incomplete, but there is a flag. It looked like the Vandals had jumped.
I think that one just slipped out of his hand. He got real excited, and he had Jaden. Jalen had his defender beat for sure, and I think MJ just got a little bit too excited, and it slipped out of his hand, and it fell right inside the numbers, and Jaden was right there near the sideline.
First down and 5.
MJ's having such a good game. I mean, you're looking at 23.5 yards per completion. That's nuts.
They are moving the ball tonight, and he's seeing his receivers. I think that's something as he's gotten older, as he's grown up and been on the field more and more, the field is just looking even bigger and even better to him. And right there, once again, hits his receiver.
And I guarantee you, one of the guys that's probably the happiest about all this is Lamarion Hunter. And in years past, it's been such a physical game, grueling game. I mean, you're talking about Hunter with, near 15, 20 carries a game. Right now, we don't necessarily need him to carry it that much, because when you're making these kinds of passes and these kinds of completions. I mean, he's at a high completion rate, and when you're doing that, that's just as good of a run as a run game.
So a 14-yard completion. Looked like there was a penalty on the play, so the Pirates now are going to be inside the Edward Jones red zone at the 9-yard line. Threatening again, up 15-6, 7:12 to go, second quarter. Cates in the shotgun. Handoff. Hunter looking for something. Spin move. Up the middle. He'll have it. Inside the goal area. If you were playing soccer. These yellow lines, Coach, there's so many of them on the field. I know you know what they mean. I have a little bit of trouble.
So many of them. Yeah, there's like 10. There's more white lines on the field than yellow lines. Such an unfair thing for you to say, Mike. I'm taken aback.
You know, I just knew that you would know what so what is that area, that big yellow area called? I called it the goal area, but I'm sure that wasn't correct.
That's a really good way to put it. It is the goalie area. That's the area that the goalie can use his hands.
All right.
I'm actually surprised you knew that.
Matt Cates. Second down and goal. Pressure by the Vandals, and he just overthrows his receiver, Jordan Taylor. It was a good pass, just a little bit hot for his receiver, but he was under a pretty good amount of pressure. The Vandals were trying to get to Cates. It'll be third down goal.
Yeah, and, you know, the game inside the game, the defensive line for Van, again, just like their offensive line, and I'm pretty sure they have some guys going on both sides of the ball, man. They're not small, and this is a really good test for the Pine Tree Pirate offense, who held the Gilmer defensive line at bay last week, and they're trying to do the same thing with the Van Vandal defensive line.
Cates, third down, looking to the end zone, and he hits his receiver for a TD, Pine Tree touchdown.
What a play, and MJ is on fire tonight. That play, I can't even begin to explain it. If you're watching at home, rewind a little bit. He was able to just take it from the opposite hash and curl around and hit his receiver near on the opposite sideline, right over the top of the defender that was defending him. MJ is playing incredible tonight.
Spectacular play by the quarterback. The field goal's good, and it makes it 22-6. We're going to take a break. How about those Pirates? I think that was Jaden Williams.
All across East Texas and around the world, former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. And they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
Welcome back to Pirate Stadium. Matt Cates just hit his receiver, Jaden Williams, for the 6-yard touchdown after a methodical drive down the field. 73-yard drive that resulted in a touchdown. The drive lasted 3 minutes and 22 seconds. And, Coach, we're getting some action. The last 3 drives of this ball game, Pine Tree touchdown, Van touchdown, Pine Tree touchdown. So now we've got the scoring picking up a bit. 22-6 in the second quarter.
Alex Morello is doing a great job making sure the kickoff team doesn't have too much to do, and he's out there really letting loose on these kickoffs. But, man, Mike, this offense for Pine Tree, I'll tell you what, we always knew of the run game, the run capacity that this offense had. But now, you know, when we were talking to the coaches during media day, we just knew the skill level for these wide receivers, these skill positions was going to be astronomical, and it was going to match the run game. And you're seeing it on the full display tonight.
First down and 10. Moffitt, after the touchdown pass to Rowe on the previous drive, he's going to hand it off to Austin Moffitt. Gain of 2 yards, second down and 8.
Van still trying to stay true to what they do. A little bit of run game, a little bit of pass game, mix it up in their formations. They're a lot of spread, so you're seeing a lot of 3 wide receivers to one side, doubles, which 2 wide receivers on both sides. Not really one to put one in the backfield as an extra blocker. So they're trying to spread this defense out to see if they can find running lanes inside of that tackle box.
5:25 to go, second quarter. Second down and 8. Moffitt under pressure. He's going to hit his receiver, but that is a big hit by Khalil Deckard. And he popped the receiver. He's feeling it. That's Rowe. He may think twice about catching it.
Yeah, quite the quarterback duel we are seeing tonight. That's a one heck of a throw by Moffitt. Off his back foot, rolling to the opposite side. Hit a pretty good strike with it to his wide receiver. And Rowe's pretty sure-handed as they come, especially out of the wide receivers that the Pirate defense has seen this season.
First down and 10 after the Rowe catch. Big hit by Deckard. First down 10. Quarterback keeper. Moffitt looking for something. Helmet comes off. And getting in on the tackle was Tadarian Peters and a collection of Pirates.
Yeah, the depth of this Pirate defense, this Pirate team really is a little different. You see, especially on both sides of the ball, they're constantly making substitutions, and so they're able to do that, especially with the kind of offense that Van runs. Play calling, not very many check with me's, and what I mean by check with me is they'll get in a formation, make a cadence, look to the sideline, get the call, and then make their play. You'll see Lindell do a lot of that once we get to them in district play. So, a lot of good stuff coming out of this scheduling that Coach Bachman has made for the Pirates this season.
And Van, they want to get some things straight, so they're going to take a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout with 3:53 to go in the second. We're going to take a timeout here in the booth. When we come back, it'll be second down and 10.
Capture the world from new heights with M6 Drones and Media. We are your one-stop shop for all things media, offering top-notch aerial photography and videography services that will elevate your content to the next level. Whether it's capturing breathtaking landscapes, covering events with our expert event photography, or even live broadcasting, we've got you covered. With our state-of-the-art equipment and skilled team, your vision will come to life like never before. Let us take your storytelling to new heights.
Welcome back. We're getting late in the second quarter. We'll thank our sponsors, Energy Weld Fab, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Custom Graphics, and Barwell Solutions. Stay tuned at halftime for the Kilgore College Halftime Band Show. We'll also have some stats brought to you by Marketing with April. So don't go anywhere at halftime. We will have the band performances sponsored by Kilgore College. Moffitt now second down and 9, and he's going to be wrapped up and sacked. And what a good second effort play. Was that Peyton Davis?
Yes, sir.
So Peyton Davis, it looked like from the ground, was able to use that strong right arm of his to grab Moffitt and pull him down to the turf. And that's going to be a loss of 6 on the play.
And he was one of those guys we interviewed during media day, and he talked about, the strength and conditioning program during the summer and the off season that Coach Ellis had put the Pirates through. And he was a guy that said, we've made a lot of gains, and man, you're seeing them week in and week out, especially with Peyton Davis.
Third down and long for the Vandals. You know who they're going to go to. It's Rowe, but good defense, tip drill. Number 21 right there. Coming up with the big play, Carl Turner. We know that name. So the Pirates able to shut the Vandals down.
That's a great play. And again, I told you earlier in the broadcast, Carl's such a good player that he was going to have to figure out another way to take that height away from Rowe. And right there, he made a spectacular play, because if Rowe had caught it, the safety on the back end had slipped. I think it would have been a big game for the Vandals. So good job by Carl Turner.
Pirates not going to be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds at the 33-yard line, and that's where Matt Cates will bring the Pirates back onto the field with 2:57 to go in this first half. As we mentioned, stay tuned at halftime for the band performances brought to you by Kilgore College. Coach, do you ever take any classes at Kilgore College?
Yes, sir. I got my associates from there.
All right. I took some classes there. Would come home in the summer and go to KC, as so many of us have in this area. Thank you for their support this season. First down and 10. Matt Cates bringing the Pirates back onto the field at their own 34-yard line, trying to run some misdirection. The Vandals, though, not having it. It's going to be a big loss on the play for the Pirates. About 6 yards.
That was such a huge play for the Pirates in years past. I mean, getting them going one way and then being able to hit them out the back door on the other end. And Van, very good on their discipline, was able to go straight down the line and not over pursue, and made the tackle and put the Pirates behind the sticks. Pirates definitely don't want to give the Vandals another opportunity to get the ball, because they will they'll get the ball at the beginning of the second half.
Both teams do have 2 Texas semi-trailer timeouts remaining. 2:10 to go. It's a run up the middle, and he's got some room. He's got have it out past the 45. That'll be to the 47-yard line. So good play. That'll be a pickup of 14 yards.
And welcome to the game, Mr. Attaway. We saw him come onto the scene late in the game against Gilmer, and right there giving Lamarion a little bit of a spill right there.
So once again, it's Attaway. We saw him spelling Hunter last week. He came in, I want to say it was third, fourth quarter, and he had fresh legs, and it was definitely noticeable. Pirates now moving the ball. They're going to go right back to the run again. Attaway continuing to press hard. And they're having a tough time bringing him down. It'll be second down or third down and 1.
And I think Coach Bachman wants to take a little bit of a timeout.
So it will be a Texas semi-trailer timeout. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be second down as the Pirates try to march down and score before halftime.
At ABC Auto Parts, what does parts and people you can trust really mean? It means our roots run deep in the communities where we live and do business. That our friendly expert staff is here for you, ready to go above and beyond to get the job done. And you can trust that ABC Auto Parts offers quality brand name parts in stock with competitive pricing, whether you shop online or in store. We are the parts and people you can trust. ABC Auto Parts.
Third down and 1 at Pirate Stadium on this beautiful Friday evening. Handoff. Pirates sticking it to the Vandals right now. Able to continue to find holes and pressing it up the middle. Once again, no huddle. 118. Cates going to the pass. He throws it over the middle. Good defense by the Vandals on that play. Stop the Pirates. It'll be second down.
Yeah, and that's almost like an extra timeout. He had gotten the first down. He had the Vandals on a little bit of the ropes and just try to see if he could sneak one right over the top. Looks like Van has made their adjustments to try to cover Jordan in the middle of the field, taking that slant away. So let's see if Coach Bachman doesn't try to see if he can't come to something on the near sideline with Jaden Williams or with Brandon Smith.
Well, we did see Hunter score earlier in this game on a screen pass that was set up. If they're going to go deep, and he's got his receiver, but it just sails slightly out of bounds. It looked like he was being held just a little bit on that play, but it was in the area where well, you have to be up here to be able to see it. It's going to be incomplete. It'll be 3rd down 10.
Really wish he would have scored that one. That would have been almost Tony Romo-esque if he would have been able to hit Jaden on that play.
So 3rd down and 10 at the 40-yard line of the Vandals. There is a Sparkle janitorial flag on the play. It just got scooped up. We're going to see which direction this is going to go. Doesn't look like they're moving the ball at all. So maybe the flag just fell out of the pocket of the ref. I missed that, Coach, if there was a penalty.
It looks like they didn't want to take it, and now they're going to force the Pirates into a 4th down.
Okay, so they are going to call a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout for the Pirates. That's their 3rd and final timeout of this first half with 1:06 to go. We'll hang here in the booth with you as we get closer to the Kilgore College halftime show. Stick around for that and watch the bands perform. Coach, something fun I do see here on the YouTube chat. They're saying we have the class of '89 and the class of '07 represented. Maybe we can get a few more to tell us which class were you here at Pine Tree Nation?
Pine Tree Nation of 88, 89, 2 weeks, homecoming. Hope you're here. And if you're not here, hopefully you're listening to the broadcast.
And that's going to be great. It's going to be a rivalry game against the Hallsville Bobcats, this year a non-district opponent.
Yeah, but district, non-district, I heard Pat McAfee, Nick Saban talking about, like, when you're that kind of program like Nick Saban had at Alabama, you don't really care about rivalries. Every game is a big game, and every game against Hallsville is a big game. So that one's going to be fun.
That's right, Coach. And here we go, 4th down, and it looks like the Pirates bring the punt team on. So they're going to play conservative here as we round out this second quarter. They'll give the Vandals an opportunity, but it is a good punt. We'll see if they'll and the Vandals recover that after touched by the Pirates, and it looks like it's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Do they call it a touchback?
I'm not sure if he touched it too late or when they're giving him the touchback, or if they're going to say it's right there at the 1.
I think they're going to say this ball's down at the 1-yard line.
Because he got awfully close to that end zone.
He did. After last night's game, we all know it's a game of inches, and that toe is a very big deal, as it can be the deciding factor between a win or a loss, and in this case, being down at the 1 or the 25.
They're saying at the 1.
Boom.
And quite the punt from Alex Morales. I mean, of course, I know I'm a little biased, but, man, that's a great punt for him to drop right there at the 10 and bounce high enough for the punt cover team to get down there and down it right there at the 1. That's quite the weapon for the Pirates, and hopefully now Coach Hampton and his defense can make use of that.
So, Coach, if you're the Vandals here, you've got to play this somewhat conservative, but you can't play it so conservative. You're at the 1.
Yeah, especially with the get-off that this defensive line has been having.
So Moffitt does give the Vandals a little bit of room.
And that's the only thing Coach Hampton has been saying that they're going to give them. They'll give them that C gap and just rally to the point of attack. But they're not giving him anything in the A or B gap. If he would have tried to run through the A and B gap, it would have been a safety, Mike.
And the Vandals will have to run one more play. Pirates with no timeouts remaining. But, Coach, this first half has been all Pine Tree Pirates.
Yes, in all facets of the game. Special team, offense, defense. The Pirates have checked all the boxes tonight.
And just wrap up here, and that should take us to the Kilgore College halftime show. So we will have the bands coming up. And then here in roughly about 25 minutes, Coach and I will hit the mics again, and we'll bring you the first half stats, which will be sponsored by Marketing with April. So thank you for sticking with us for the first half of the broadcast. It's been all the Pine Tree Pirates, 22-6, Pirate Nation. We'll be back.
All across East Texas and around the world, Former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. And they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
Penn High School is proud to present the Mighty Vandal Marching Band. At this time, we would like to feature our award-winning Trail Line as they perform to Counting Stars. The Mighty Vandal Band will now perform a military-style drill based on tradition with dignity and pride. Tonight, the band will perform to Heroic Fanfare, St. Julian March, and the Vandal Fight Song. Drum majors for the band are senior Jillian Gilbert and senior McKinley Weiss. Directors for the Mighty Vandal Band are Mr. Nick Moore, Mrs. Taylor Bates, Ms. Fiza Soleil, and Mr. Rusty Lay. Trailer sponsor is Miss Beth Pretty. The band would like to thank their parents, family, friends, and community for their continued seek support in their musical education.
High School and Pine Tree ISD are proud to present the award-winning Pine Tree Precision Drill Team. The officers with that direct are Senior Lieutenant Melody Ariaza, Captain Lois Beckley, Senior Lieutenant Raul Bates, and Junior Lieutenant Alexis Hernandez. The social officers are President Janiyah Wright, Secretary Abigail Juarez, Historian Cameron Taylor, and Chaplain Desiree Ellis. Dancer of the Week is Jada Taylor, and Spirit Girl of the Week is Jacqueline Ferrero. And now for your halftime entertainment, Precision will perform a palm routine to Take On Me. Precision is under the direction of Miss Ashlyn Thompson. And Precision would like to thank their sponsor, Wellness Point. Ladies and gentlemen, under the field direction of drum majors Aaliyah Robinson, Santiago Barrios, and Noah Sprague, Pine Pine Tree ISD is proud to present the Pine Tree High School Marching Band. The Pride's 2024 show is entitled Athlon, No Limits, featuring soloist Logan Bondridge, Arturo Valdez, Zoe Bowers, Sean Rackley, Temo Juarez, Brandon Hayes, Joanna Roya, and Carlos Salazar. Performing their 2024 show, Athlon, No Limits, ladies and gentlemen, the Pine Tree High School Marching Band. The directors of the marching band are Mark Perry, Abby Kent, Aaron Hamdorf, Terrence Lloyd, and Colin Hill. The color guard is under the direction of Pine Tree's own Miss Sydney Robinson, assisted by Miss Gabby Pumphrey. Marchers of the week are Dominic Salazar and Clara Tesser. Guard member of the week is Miss Claire Rutledge.
At ABC Auto Parts, what does parts and people you can trust really mean? It means our roots run deep in the communities where we live and do business. That our friendly expert staff is here for you, ready to go above and beyond to get the job done. And you can trust that ABC Auto Parts offers quality brand name parts in stock with competitive pricing, whether you shop online or in store. We are the parts and people you can trust. ABC Auto Parts.
Looking to elevate your brand and make it stand out from the rest? Look no further because Custom Graphics TX has got you covered. With our wide range of services, we are dedicated to bringing your vision to life.
It's our business.
Our friendly and professional team is here to guide you throughout the entire process, from concept to completion.
You bring it, we'll bring it. I'm Riley Johnny. Hey, this one's.
At Custom Graphics TX, we understand that your brand.
You're now in the booth with Michael Clements and Coach Rocha. This is the Kilgore College halftime show, and now we are with you for the Marketing by April halftime stats. So, Coach, what you got for us?
Man, just a great game in all three phases of the game for the Pirates, but especially on offense, and got to brag about the main star so far tonight, MJ Cates, 8 for 12, 146 yards through one half. I mean, most guys would be happy with that in a game. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, if you picked him for fantasy football, you're probably in pretty good standing right now.
Yeah, you're thrilled if you have a Pirate on your team tonight.
No joke.
Especially MJ Cates, or if you had a Lemarian Hunter. The Pirates in that first half had 11 rushes for 55 yards, and they caught 8 receptions for 146 yards. So last week, only 180 total yards in the entire game in the win over state champion Gilmer. This week, over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, and we talked about it. I mean, MJ had a quiet night through the air last week. Kind of snuck up on you a little bit. 4 for 20, but man, a real big touchdown at the end of the game too, with the go-ahead touchdown. This one he's not missed very much. I mean, again, 8 for 12, 4 passes, being missed and being off the mark. I mean, he has looked extremely well, but you can't forget, if he looks good, it's because the guys in front of him. That offensive line has done a pretty good job against a very formidable Van defensive line.
And Ashton Valentin has the kickoff, sponsored by East Texas Preferred Properties, out to the 32-yard line, and that's where the Bucks will get this second half started. MJ Cates, his Pirates are back onto the field. First down and 10 against the Vandals. It's going to be a pass right out of the gate. He's going to hit his receiver for it's going to be an 8-yard gain. And that was Jordan Taylor on the reception.
Yeah, Jordan Taylor's been having a pretty good game himself. I mean, they're all kind of getting in. In the first half, he had 17 yards. He had 2 catches, both in the second quarter. Playing a real good game, and again, just playing very complimentary football. I mean, Jordan Taylor, Jaden Williams, Brandon Smith, they're all getting in on the action and making MJ look good, and MJ making them look good.
This is Lamarion Hunter. They're trying to bring him down. I'm pretty sure he had 3 Vandals on his back at one time, but he picks up enough for the first down. So Pirates back in business to start this third quarter.
Yeah, Lamarion's doing well too. He got spelled a little bit in the second quarter with Attaway coming in for a couple of carries as well. But Lamarion, 22 yards in that first half. 7 carries, 24 yards. Quite a little bit of a quiet game, but I'm pretty sure he's enjoying the rest of the skill players on the offensive side, picking up the pace and having a great night themselves.
First down and 10, Pirates at the 44-yard line. Taylor with the reception, wrapped up quickly. He has it out to the 49-yard line, gain of 6 on the play.
And again, Pirates are finding themselves in a really good rhythm, but also in a very good spot, being able to pick up good yardage on the first down, not be behind the sticks, and they're able to be there in the realm of a second and short, second and medium kind of range, where the playbook is pretty open in the second down, third down area.
Second down, 5. Handoff up the middle. And Hunter has it out for a first down across midfield. So Pirates out to the 45-yard line on the move.
Great job by Hunter, being able to pick out the gap and being able to hit it right on acceleration, right when he gets to the line, trusting that the blocks were going to be there. And they open like Spartan C, and just a shoestring tackle right there by the linebacker. Real good play by the Van linebacker to be able to fall back into the play and keep that from being a big game, but still a Pirate first down.
High formation. Hunter bobbles it on the transition, and it is going to be recovered by the Vandals. So that is a mistake by the Pirates, and it's going to put the Vandals at midfield. So just a bit of an issue on the handoff.
And if you're the Van Vandal team, that's what you needed. You needed something to kind of go in your favor to be able to slow down this Pirate offense that looked like they were firing on all cylinders, finding something in the short passing game, then hitting you with the Lamarion Hunter, and then that's been the only hiccup tonight by the Pirates. And the first turnover cost them one right there at midfield.
So at the 48-yard line, Moffitt brings the offense for the Vandals onto the field. 2 running backs. He's going to roll out and hits Austin. Moffitt for a 9-yard gain, close to the first down marker.
I think that's the first time we've seen 2 running backs in the backfield right beside Moffitt, trying to see what the linebackers are keying on. And then that man kind of concept that Coach Hampton's been playing here in the first half, the linebackers are held liable for the guys in the backfield. So let's look to see what kind of adjustments Coach Hampton makes to be able to take that little wrinkle out of the Van offense.
And Coach Hampton has had this Vandals offense number so far this game. Their biggest play was a reception in the second quarter to Rowe.
He's their #1 receiver. They'll be looking to get him involved. So far, the Pirates have really kept him quiet outside. He has had a touchdown. He actually had a pretty good first half.
Yeah, right there you saw Tydarian Peters. He was able to take on the fullback, squeeze inside, and allow, it looked like Keyshawn was able to kind of go right behind him and try to make the tackle before they got the yard to gain. They did not. First down for the Vandals. It looks like they're trying to pick up a little bit of the pace. 2 wide receivers out to the bottom of the field. A little bit of a check with me. I think they've seen something that they can try to exploit on the Pirate defense. Let's see what kind of adjustments they make. Same kind of play right there, Mike. Again, just blocking out on the edge and then making sure that they're able to hit the inside gap. So it's almost like they want to run outside, but they're finding a little bit of a crease on the backside of the defensive line.
Yeah, last week the edges was an area that the Vandals had a lot of success with against Dallas Carter, and tonight not so much. They were creating a lot of space in the film that I watched. They were creating a lot of space on the outside, so they were running to the middle, creating space on the outside. Tonight, though, they haven't been able to do that. The Pirates have really kept it at bay, and that was also the game plan of the Buckeyes last week. They had some early success trying to run those short passes to the outside, but eventually the Pirates caught on to that, and the speed of these linebackers that the Pirates have, it's able to keep that at bay.
Yeah, and you kind of saw that a little bit, kind of like you were alluding to last week with Gilmer when, Gilmer had to try to go down the field, and yet the Pirates weren't going to let him and just keep everything in front and just rally to them. It really speaks to the skill level of the skill players that are on there. I mean, we talk about the front seven quite a bit, but, man, the front seven is really complemented by the back end of this defense.
2nd down and 6 for Moffitt. Rowe in the slot at the bottom of your screen. Keep your eyes on him. They like to hit him with the slant routes and on the outside. Instead, they're going to hit receiver. That's Easton Hinch. I believe that's his 2nd reception of the night. It's going to have him into the Edward Jones red zone.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. And just like anybody else and everybody else, including the Pirates sideline, was watching number 8, except he ran off the initial defender with help over the top, and they slipped the guy right underneath him. It looks like they're just going to use Rowe right now as window dressing and try to get them to start keying on something else. And a lot of check with me in this drive. So getting in a formation, looking to the sideline, and letting the coaches call it from right there.
And this is the most efficient we've seen this offense run. And there is Rowe with a PDQ America touchdown. And he knows how to use his body at this level, and he's very good at it. Right
there, I mean, in chess, you're able to, make moves, and sometimes you got to make moves in order to sacrifice pieces in order to make bigger moves. Right there, kudos to them. They were able to get to the line, call a play, and then see what was able to be called. The play before, they had help over the top of Carl. On that play right there, no help over the top, and you saw them go straight for Rowe. It was basically the same play, except this time they went with Rowe because he had no help over the top.
And on for the extra point is Aiden Moore, and that extra point is good. It'll make it 22-13. The Vandals still down by 9. Coach, what do you think about that decision to only go for 1?
Don't want to get into a race of chasing points. I mean, take the points that you can when you can. Right there, I don't want to get too greedy. They were able to get the touchdown against the Pirate defense, and don't want to get into a habit of chasing points. They know right now there's a lot of game to be played. All they need is their defense to make another stop, and then all of a sudden it starts becoming more of a ball game.
So the Pirates were marching down the field well. And then Lamarian Hunter on the handoff from Cates. There was a fumble, and the Vandals recovered at the 40-yard line, able to take it 52 yards on a pass from Moffitt to Rowe for a touchdown, and it makes this game 22-13. It had been all Pirates up to this point, but the mistake does lead to positive points for the Vandals. We'll see if the Pirates are going to have an answer. It's a short pooch kick. It's going to be caught at the 26-yard line, and that is going to be fumbled, and Van is going to hop on it. So quickly, this game is turning tides on the Pirates.
Yeah, kind of like what we talked about. You know, that kind of gives the gives validation for Van not chasing the point at the beginning of or at the end of that touchdown drive. Right now, they're being validated, being able to get an extra possession. You know, and they probably were thinking, let's try to force them on a 3 and out, and instead a little bit of a miscue on the kickoff return, and now it's a 9-point game, still 2 possession, but definitely don't want to get too comfortable with a lead because no lead is safe against this Van team.
So 6:31 to go. It is Van ball again.
Again, still would check with me. So again, try to see if Coach Hampton doesn't try to disguise some of the coverages.
Handoff to Moffitt. Fighting for extra yards. Will be stopped. It's only a gain of 3. And now, Coach, you got to think that the Van offense is going to start to open up a little bit with them gaining some momentum.
Oh, definitely. And you see they're playing games again, like I said, with number 8 for Van in Rowe. And so they're going to move him around to see if they can get the matchup that they want.
Second down and 8, 5:55 to go, third quarter. Pirates up by 9. Same formation Van's been running most of this game, and that's going to be almost an open field tackle by McFarland, but he's not able to bring him to the ground. And Moffitt will carry that past the first down marker for a first down. And we are going to take a break here on the broadcast. When we come back, it'll be more Pirate football.
Business, and we take that responsibility seriously.
Nestled in the piney woods of East Texas, some consider Longview just a small town, but in reality, it's a hidden gem.
Back. It's first down and 10. Vandals on the move after the turnover on the kickoff. The Pirates, good defense. And that was Carl Turner defending that play. And he gave up one big pass to Rowe earlier, but he has been spectacular this evening.
He has, and again, credit to the secondary and credit to that play. I mean, with the ball hanging up like that, very easy to get caught up, lose the ball in the lights, and get in too close and be called for a pass interference. So great discipline right there by the Pine Tree Pirate in coverage, Carl Turner.
Van comes out this time, 4 receivers, spread formation. Moffitt and Moffitt in the backfield. And it's going to be a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout for Coach Moffitt. And we're going to take a timeout in the broadcast booth. When we come back, it'll be second down and 10 for the Vandals.
Students are reminded to remain in their
97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com.
Coach, the Pirates are hitting a little bit of troubled waters right now after a fumble on their opening drive and then a bobble on the kick return. It's got Van in a position now to possibly make this a one-point game.
Yeah, but just like any Pirate in troubled waters, just got to trust your crewmates, be able to make adjustments, and just keep the main thing the main thing. And right now, Pine Tree is just going to have to learn how to overcome this. And with a lot of the veterans, especially from last season back to this season, that's going to be real easy to do.
And now Moffitt, kind of a wishbone-looking formation. He's going to roll out to his left side, and he has a receiver, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds by Earl Williams, but he will be close to the first down. It looks like it is going to move the chains. It'll be first down and goal for Van.
Again, Van doing a real good job of moving the ball around, moving the focus point, moving the pocket. They're not just letting Moffitt just sit back there and getting teed off by the defensive line, who had real good initial pressure in the beginning part of this ball game. Now they're moving around, a lot of misdirection, a lot of play action, and a lot of play calling coming from the sideline, especially after they get into their formation. It'd be the equivalent of a quarterback checking a call at the line of scrimmage.
First down and goal. Moffitt, right side. He's got a hole, but it closed quickly, and the Pirates get there. We'll see if they can keep him out of the end zone. They do. He's good. He gets it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be second down and goal.
Yeah, the Van run game now looking to take those avenues out into that C gap and that outside gap, seeing if they can turn the corner against this Pirate defense who is jumping in and out of coverages. You know, you're seeing a little cover 2, not so much anymore of a cover 1. You might see him go to that a little bit more, especially with not that much real estate between the ball and the back of the end zone. I mean, you're talking about 11 yards, so not a whole lot of room to cover. And right now you're going to see them come in tight.
And at the goal line, Van trying to stuff it in. They're going to be stopped at the 1-yard line, so third down and goal.
We've seen the Pirates, especially in years past, be able to make stands right here at the goal line. Last year, they were able to get an interception right at the goal line early in the first half. Let's see if they can have such a good outcome on this drive right here.
So third down goal from the 1-yard line. Thank you to our sponsors this evening, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Custom Graphics, Energy Weld Fab, and Barwell Solutions. It is third down goal, 1-yard line. Pirates trying to get a stop. Did they get the stop? No, it looks like Van barely got in the end zone there for a PDQ America touchdown. And Van is looking, they're going to bring out the kick team now. So down 22-19. They'll go for the extra point to try to make this a 22-20 game.
Yeah, and going back, you know, their first after their first touchdown in the second half, they didn't chase the points, took the PAT, and now they can take the lead with a field goal. And their field goal kicker, not bad. I mean, he has plenty of strength right there. He was able to drill it even with a kind of an off hold. So plenty of leg from the kicker. So he, you know, I'll say he'll probably have some pretty good range. Didn't really watch him in the pregame, but this has turned into a little bit of a ball game when the Pirates had quite the lead coming into the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown was by Jackson Moffitt on the quarterback keeper last week. He scored on 2 quarterback keepers against Dallas Carter and scores another one right there. So 22-20 in this tight game at Pirate Stadium on this beautiful Friday night in Longview, Texas. It's a little bit warm, but really it's a blessing of a night compared to the heat that we've had the last month. We had some showers this morning that brought in some cool weather. And now the Pirates in their all blues this evening at home against the Van Vandals, who are in their all whites with red numbers. No wind, no rain. Just a beautiful East Texas evening. And the Pirates, 22-20, 3:43 to go. East Texas Preferred Properties kickoff. Get a hold of that one. He did. He's going to have it to the 31-yard line. And now it's going to be all about ball control for the Pirates. Can they hold on to the ball and be able to move it down the field? The defense has been on the field almost this entire third quarter after the fumble on the opening drive by the Pirates, and then they turned right around and fumbled on the kickoff return, which set up the Vandals to score 14 unanswered points in the last 6 minutes. And so now it's MJ Cates and the offense's opportunity to answer back. And Cates really is having a spectacular game, Coach. We can't take away from that just because of the last 6 minutes.
Yeah, and look for a Vandal defense now, pretty well rested. Look for them to bring some sort of heat and blitz on this first play to get MJ off his mark.
Cates under pressure, but he hits Jordan Taylor, and Jordan Taylor is over the middle. And it's safe to say he's going to take it in for a PDQ America PTTD Pine Tree touchdown.
So Van did come with a blitz, but if you're MJ Cates on tonight, blew out, first season home opener for the Pine Tree Pirates here at Pirate Stadium. MJ Cates says, I'll see your blitz and I'll raise you I think that was a 69-yard touchdown pass from MJ to Jordan Taylor. Wow, what a pass and what an adjustment by the senior quarterback.
So now it's 28-20. MJ Cates to Jordan Taylor over the middle. Pirate Nation, we're back. Well, we've been on top, but now we're back on top by 9. And that offense, I guess, didn't go anywhere. But we're going to take a short break. When we come back, Pirates will be kicking back off.
At Veribank, we celebrate businesses who are made in Texas. Whether you're ready to buy, grow, or improve cash flow, we have commercial banking experts that can get you the financing you need. If you want a community partner who's customer-focused, stop by your nearest Veribank.
April has been very, very helpful in, number one, educating us in social media. She developed our website for us.
Welcome back to Pirate Stadium. We're having fun in the booth. It seems like they're having fun out in the stands tonight. We hope you're having fun listening to the broadcast at home. We appreciate your support of the Pine Tree Live broadcast. And thank you to M6 Drones and their engineer Larry Mahan for making sure we're able to bring you these broadcasts, as well as our sponsors. This is a wonderful 2024 season. It is starting off with a bang. Gilmer State champion going down last week to the Pirates. And right now, the Pirates on top of the Vandals after that 69-yard touchdown from Matt Cates to Jordan Taylor. Pirates are up 29-20, third quarter. Jackson Moffitt will bring the Vandals onto the field. They were inching and clawing their way back in this game, but Cates put a stop to that real quick with a beautiful pass to Jordan Taylor.
Yeah, there's probably 11 guys that weren't so thrilled that he scored so fast, and that's probably the Pine Tree Pirate defense because, like you said earlier, they have been on the field quite a bit in this third quarter, but I'm pretty sure that they are very happy to go up there with a little bit of a 9-point cushion instead of that 2-point cushion that they had originally had right there before that bomb of a touchdown pass.
So Jackson with the play-action fake rolls out to the right side. It's his tight end. A little out route. Short gain. And Coach, this is going to be a test for the Pirate defense. I know that they would love to get a 3-and-out or get off the field pretty quick here. They have been on the field most of this third quarter, and really a one-play 69-yard pass was right. You're right, not the break they were looking for.
No, but it'll be interesting to see what they do. They're now with the 3-down look. The 4-down look is a little bit gone, so there's a little bit more help in the secondary and in the inside linebacker spot right there, and it's a little exploited as a big chunk of yardage is gained right there on the run game.
That was Austin Moffitt on the carry. That was a gain of 21 yards.
You know, but if you're going to go with a 3-down look, there's not a better front three than what you're seeing right now for the Pirates. Number 79, Prophet Hishaw. Number 76, Peyton Davis. And I think that's still Tidarian Peters over there on the other edge of the line. Now you're seeing the 4-down look from the Pirates. A little bit of a 2-safety look, looking for cover 2. Corners are backing off a little bit.
And, Coach, they are just running right at this front 4 now. And I don't want to say they don't have an answer for it, but it does seem like they're moving the ball a lot easier than they were in the first half.
Just a little bit of an adjustment period. The matrix that is Coach Hampton hasn't quite downloaded the adjustment that Van has been able to make in the second half. I mean, got to give credit where credit is due. Van also has coaches over there, and they also made their adjustments in the second and in the halftime, and looks like they're doing very well. And again, a lot of check with me, Mike. I mean, a lot more than what we ever saw in the first half. And I think now you see Coach Hampton doing the same thing. I love it. This is the adjustment. This is the chess match that you see, the game within the game.
And you got as good a defensive coordinator as you're going to get in high school football, and Coach Hampton. And right now the Pirates getting after him off it, but he's going to scramble for a big gain on the play of 16 yards. He'll have a first down and have it into Pirate territory.
Yeah, right there, body on a body, the real good answer, and we were in the right spots. Just our front 4 couldn't get off their blocks. I mean, body in the body, just able to get into the first, second level of the Pirate defense. Let's see how the Pirates respond now with a new, fresh set of downs for the Van Vandals.
First down and 10. 37-yard line.
I love it. Don't stay in the same thing. Change it up on them as well.
And Rowe had a linebacker pop out on him, but they're still trying to run it up the middle. We've got flags, hats, sparkle janitorial flags, hats on the field. I don't know what you throw after the hat.
Might be a little offsetting.
So it's going to be a face mask on the Pirates. So about 15 onto the end of that play. That'll have the Vandals almost into the Edward Jones red zone.
No, they're going to tack on both. One was the personal foul, and then it's unsportsmanlike conduct. So there's one on the play and one after the play. So that is not good. And from what was mostly a clean game for the Pine Tree Pirates, especially the defense, that is not what you need, especially with Van being able to make the adjustments and slowly matriculate down the field and get into the red zone. They don't need any help. Pirates need to get back to playing Pirate defense, black flag football against this Van Vandal offense.
So as the clock winds down, 46 seconds left in this third quarter. Vandals threatening. Trying to run up the middle again. And this time, the defensive line able to get in there. It looks like Peters was able to make the tackle.
I love it. Rugeley didn't make the play, but I would have given him the assist. He took that center right into the lap of that running back, made him have to go east and west instead of north and south. So he won that, and he didn't make the tackle, but I'd give him the assist on that one.
And we do have, as the third quarter comes to an end, the Pirates are up 29-20, but the Vandals are threatening. So you're not going to want to go anywhere. Stick around. This is going to be a big finish tonight here in Longview, Texas. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more Pirate football.
All across East Texas and around the world, former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. and they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
Capture the world from new heights with M6 Drones and Media. We are your one-stop shop for all things media, offering top-notch aerial photography and videography services that will elevate your content to the next level. Whether it's capturing breathtaking landscapes, covering events with our expert event photography, or even live broadcasting, we've got you covered.
And welcome back to Pirate Stadium. You're in the booth with Michael Clements and Coach Angel Rocha. Coach, what'd you think?
Of the game?
Yeah.
Or, because I was still kind of thinking of what we ate at halftime. I'm telling you, Pine Tree Culinary did a great job. They always do a great job here hosting us at Pirate Stadium, one of the best spreads in the press box. And we've had some pretty good spreads in press boxes as we've gone on and done Pine Tree Live throughout all of East Texas. But, man, Pine Tree Culinary came with it today, man. They did a great job and always do a great job under Chef Jamie Hudman.
Coach, those chili cheese nachos, very good. Oh, and right there, he knocks the ball loose with his helmet. And it's recovered by Van and goes out of bounds. I don't even know if he had full possession, but they did call that a fumble.
Yeah, they're talking
about
it.
Deckard that came out of nowhere and hit. Yeah, it looked like he hit the ball with his helmet.
Yeah, that was Khalil, and now they're going to say it was incomplete. So, and that really kind of works out in the Pirate defense favor because it would have been a little bit of a short yardage situation right there, and instead they'll take it back to the original line, which now still makes it 3rd and goal, and it's about 11 yards to get into the end zone.
That was a really good play by Deckard. He was in a good spot. Man, he's just got some wheels on him, Coach, and the way he accelerated right there. Able to knock that one loose and set up a 3rd down for the Van Vandals. Pirates trying to keep him out of the end zone. Applying pressure was Peters, and it sails incomplete. That pass was intended for Ryder Savage. So Van with an opportunity to get on the board right there, not able to. It's 4th down. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. Nope, here comes the field goal team. So it'll be an East Texas Preferred Properties field goal.
Yeah, right there on that last play, the tight end from the backside snuck out to the end. You saw him roll out to the near sideline of the Pirates and then throw it back. Luckily went incomplete.
This field goal will make it a 1-score game if it goes in. 28-yard attempt. And it is good. So 29-23, 11:36 to go in the 4th quarter. When we come back, it's going to be Pirate football.
At ABC Auto Parts, what does parts and people you can trust really mean? It means our roots run deep in the communities where we live and do business. That our friendly expert staff is here for you, ready to go above and beyond to get the job done. And you can trust that ABC Auto Parts offers quality brand name parts in stock with competitive pricing, whether you shop online or in store. We are the parts and people you can trust. ABC Auto Parts.
Looking to elevate your brand and make it stand out from the rest? Look no further because Custom Graphics TX has got you covered. With our wide range of services, we are dedicated to bringing your vision to life.
Your brand is our business.
Our friendly and professional team is here to guide you throughout the entire process, from concept to completion.
And it is a East Texas Preferred Properties kickoff, 29-23. And this time Deckard gets it, and he's on his way to a return. He has it into Vandal territory, out to the 47-yard line. So good return on the play of about 17 yards.
I like the little game that they're playing, that the Vandals are playing, especially with their special teams, especially with the kickoff team. They're trying different ways to see if they can pick on Khalil. And after the punt return he had last week, I don't know why you would still be kicking to him. I know he had a little bit of a fumble on an earlier kickoff. But if he gets a hold of it, I mean, he's one player away from taking that almost to the house.
And I promise you, if he gets behind your defense or your special teams unit, you are not going to catch that young man. MJ Cates comes onto the field. That arm has been feeling good tonight, but it's going to be Hunter on the first play.
Yeah, Mike, I think you're about to start getting a very heavy dosage of Attaway and Hunter now that we're here in the fourth quarter. And this is just going to be back to what Coach Bachman kind of talked in the offseason, in the Fast Camp summer program, and then in our media days. He's going to try to make this Pine Tree team, especially this offensive line, and just try to make them more physical and just take the will away from the opposing defense.
So the Pirates would love to eat into this clock as we just crossed the 11-minute mark in the fourth quarter. A methodical drive right here would mean a lot, but the Vandals get in the backfield quickly of the Pirates and shut down the running game. So Hunter is going to go for a loss on that play of 4 yards. It'll be second down 14.
Attaway's coming to check in, going to spell Hunter. And this is not what the Pirates want. Again, want to get into that second and medium, second and short. Find yourself in the third and short and easy, comfortable down. This is a little bit harder. The good thing is they're on their side of the field and playing with a little bit of house money.
Attaway with 5 carries for 33 yards tonight. We've got a Sparkle janitorial flag on the play.
I think too many.
Or on the pre-play, we'll see. Too many people break the huddle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a mental error on the Pirates. And it's going to be a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout. So I guess they had the opportunity to take the timeout. And they did that. So Texas Semi-Trailers timeout. We'll take one in the booth when we come back. More Pirate football.
Looking to elevate your brand and make it stand out from the rest? Look no further because Custom Graphics TX has got you covered. With our wide range of services, we are dedicated to bringing your vision to life.
Your brand is our business.
Our friendly and professional team is here to guide you throughout the entire process, from concept to completion.
You bring it, we'll brand it. I'm Riley Johnny. Hey, we're this message.
At Custom Graphics TX, we understand that your brand is your business, and we take that responsibility seriously.
Time to get back to action, Pirate fans. You didn't miss a beat. Second down, Cates. And flag on the play, pre-snap. It's offsides on the Vandals. So I bet the Pirates actually wish that penalty wouldn't have been called. But it'll make this play a little bit easier. So second down 9 now at the 37-yard line.
I guess too many people came across the line for them to kind of just let it go into a free play. But man, that would have been quite the play for the Pirate offense. But nonetheless, second, and now it's more manageable. They got it back with getting and drawing the Vandal defensive line off sides.
Second down and 9 for Cates. It was 11 of 15 tonight. Ooh, and big hit. That was Brandon Smith, the intended receiver. And everybody trying to shut down as tempers start to flare a bit after that big hit. There is another Sparkle janitorial flag. Is that a flag?
Yeah, it is a flag, but they shut that one down pretty quick. So I'm wondering if they're going to still give the Pirate offensive line the benefit of the doubt, and they will. It's back in on the Van Vandals, but where we had that free play earlier on in the first half, they're not giving this any more of a free play chance here in the second. Shutting it down real quick with the whistles.
So another offsides penalty for the Vandals. Makes it a more accommodating second down and 4. 9:57 to go, fourth quarter, 29-23. Pirate Nation, your Bucks are on top. 32-yard line, second for Cates.
And off. Not much ado. It's going to be stopped for little to no gain, third down.
Still like where the Pirates are, you can still get a really easily manageable run play as Lamarian Hunter checks back into the game, because now it's 4-down territory. I mean, right here, you don't gain very much from punting it, other than, you know, making them drive the length of the field if they do stop you. And then it's a little bit too far for a field goal. So look for the Pirates to try to pick up maybe 2-3 yards and still manage it with a 4th and short.
3rd and 5. It's Taylor in motion. And Cates is going to go deep for his receiver Smith. It's incomplete. Physical play with the cornerback down the field. Smith's asking the ref, what do we got to do to get a call? It'll be 4th down and 5, and right now, Coach, it looks like you're right. The offense is going to stay on the field, 4-down territory. Coach, this is the first time in a while that this has been a one-score game.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, kind of going back to that field goal attempt that the Vandals had as they look to reset the play clock, and it looks like number 6, Khalil Decker, checked in. So look for 3 wide, and you see it right there. 3 wide to the bottom of the screen, spreading them out to see if they can open up the running lanes for Lamarian.
And Cates is going to pass. He has his receiver open in the middle of the field, and a jump acrobatic catch. I think that was Deckard.
That was Deckard.
So Deckard doing it all tonight for the Pirates. He returned a special teams 2-point play field goal block earlier in this game. That was what made it 22-6. And now 29-23 with a big 4th down reception. Has them in the Edward Jones red zone at the 9-yard line of the Vandals, threatening to score. MJ Cates having a beauty of a game tonight.
Lamarian Hunter with the carry right there, and man, you know, I'm going to tip my hat off and apologize to Mr. Deckard right there, and I am going to call him Mr. Deckard, as I thought he was coming in as a decoy, and they went straight to him and converted a great 4th down play for the Pirate offense to extend this drive and get the Pirates into the red zone and knocking on the door to make it back into a 2-score game.
As the Pirates take this across the 8-minute mark, the more time off the clock, the better. Trying to make this a 2-score ball game. Even a field goal would be nice here, Coach. But we'd rather stick it in the end zone. Hunter takes it in for a PDQ America PTTD Pine Tree touchdown.
Great play call from Coach Bachman and his staff, and way to just really take the air out of the Vandals right there on the cusp of maybe trying to complete a comeback. And Khalil Deckard coming in, big 4th down play, and then to top it off, Lamarian Hunter in with the touchdown and the PAT to come of it.
And the extra point is up and good. There are 3 flags on the field. Thrown in the area, though, of Vandals, so that's probably going to be something that will be assessed on the kickoff. So the Pirates now up 35-23, 7:41 to go in the 4th quarter, and that was a big score for the Pirates.
Opens the door for possibilities, because you are right, Mike. They are going to assess that on the kickoff. So you're going to be kicking off from what looks to be 10 yards in front. So you're, even if it's an onside, you're going to be kicking it into their side of the field, even if you don't recover it. So look for Coach Rockwell and Coach Bachman to kind of put their heads together and see if they want to go for the gamble, because we know Morales can get it to the end zone from the regular spot. He'll probably kick it through the field goal post if he tries to kick it deep.
And right now, MJ Cates, 12 of 16 this evening for 259 yards. Young man's having a good game. Lamarian Hunter, 2 touchdowns tonight, 1 receiving. on a screen pass earlier in the first half, and now a run of 4 yards has the Pirates up 36-23, 13-point lead with 7:41 to go.
Yeah, really interested to see what Alex Morelos will do from here. Like I said, you don't lose anything if you go for the onside, and quite necessarily you don't gain anything either if you put it through the upright. So it's a win-win situation for Coach Bachman and the Pirates. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Well, and what a weapon to have a kicker, too, that you're even considering saying put it through the uprights. I know it's a figurative speech, but, man, we've got a great kicker, and it's an onside kick. I like the surprise there, but it doesn't get the bounce quite that he was looking for and being able to recover it quickly. That was number 6, Savage.
Yeah, a little bit of a tricky kick for Alex, having to go across his body. I mean, he's a right-footed kicker, kicking it to the left and trying to make it bounce. The football doesn't quite have the bounce and the roll that a soccer ball does, but, man, he still does a great job.
I like that call, though, by Bachman. It's a little bit of an aggressive call, but I like it. I think that's a perfect opportunity. You're up 13, and if you get that, then you really are starting to put this game away. But we still have over 7 minutes left. You don't want to go anywhere. Moffitt, first down, over the middle, intended for Rowe, incomplete. And that was a big opportunity missed by the Vandals on that incomplete pass. Hit Rowe in the hands. He had split that zone perfectly, and a good pass by Moffitt. But nothing to show for it, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Moffitt, I mean, doing a great job and trying to do what he can to keep the Vandals in arm's reach of this game. Just got a little bit, not enough air on that one as he tried to slip it right over the linebackers and in front of safeties. Let's see what they do right here on this 2nd down play.
Moffitt looking left. It's his receiver. McFarland misses the tackle. And now they're running. He's finally knocked out of bounds by Jaden Williams. So tough break right there for the Pirates. Tackle not able to bring him down, and they make the most of it. Take it to the 32-yard line, the Pirate territory. And now they're moving the ball quickly. It's crazy how quickly this game can shift, Coach.
Yeah, and, Van having to just really reach into their bag of tricks and being able to pull up everything. Check with me, hurry up to the line, spread wide receivers, 2 on each side. They're really looking to see what all they can do against this Pirate defense. Right there, really good coverage by Carl Turner, just running stride for stride with him, not really going to give up anything on the inside. If he's going to beat him, he's going to have to beat him on a foot race on the outside, but real good coverage by Carl Turner. Had a little bit of help over the top with the safety, and I think helping him back there is Boston Johnson. He's having a good game and a good season so far, Boston is, and he's a young one. He's a sophomore.
2nd down and 10. Moffitt surrounded by running backs. He bobbles the snap. Now he's just going to try to run away with it, and very smart decision. Throws it away once he got out of the tight end box.
Yeah, right there, just a little bit over anxious with the snap, trying to carry out his fake a little too fast, ended up losing it. And good thing for the Pirate defense as he had to just sacrifice that one and throwing it out of bounds. And like you said, it's a real heads-up play, but you wouldn't expect anything less from a guy that's had multiple starts at the varsity level and been in these kinds of situations throughout his entire career.
So 3rd down and 10. Vandals looking to get back in this game, down 13 points, 7:07 to go, 4th quarter. And it's going to be Texas Semi-Trailers timeout for Van. That'll be their 2nd charge timeout of the 2nd half. They're going to take a break. The Pirates are going to take a break. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more Pirate football.
97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com. Welcome back to Pirate Stadium. 3rd down and 10. Moffitt, low snap, incomplete, good coverage on the play. So it'll be 4th down and 10, and now the Pirates got to be licking their chops. They are going to want to get after Moffitt on this play. I know that Hampton's going to have something dialed up right here, Coach.
If I would, I'd go with a casino blitz, man. Just really get Moffitt off his spot. Make him move around, make him look down at the oncoming rush instead of the guys that are running down the field. Rowe is going to try to get open fast, so look for help to be over the top of him.
Rowe is lined up at the top of your screen. He is the receiver there. Moffitt looking that way. Good coverage by the Pirates, and it's going to be a flag. That is going to be in the area of pass interference. We'll see if this call is going to go on against the Vandals or the Pirates.
It's a good learning game for the Pirates. I mean, these calls aren't going in their favor. And really, I mean, you would almost say that it's, a bang-bang play. I mean, really, makes contact when the ball gets there. They're just not getting it. And so they'll look at the film. They'll be able to see and be able to make adjustments. Coach Russ and Coach Rockwell, who coached the secondary for the Pirates, they'll look at this and coach that a little bit better in the coming weeks, because people are going to try to attack the secondary of theirs, and they'll make the adjustments as they need to throughout the season.
Vandals now in the Edward Jones red zone. Moffitt looking in the area of his receiver. That was good coverage. No flags on the play. So right there, that was a successful coverage by Earl Williams. And, Coach, you're exactly right. I mean, this time of year, everybody's trying to get into it. The refs, the players, everybody's learning. And really, it's so subjective with calls whenever it comes to, was it pass interference, was it not pass interference on the field? But I think you're exactly right. You got to look at it as all this is learning, and once the call is made, it's the call.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, and just turn the page and get ready for the next play.
2nd down and 10, 18-yard line. Moffitt rolling out to the right, looking back, sets up the screen pass, and he's got a load of lead blockers in front of him, and I believe that's Moffitt who took it into the end zone. Yeah, Moffitt to Moffitt for the 18-yard touchdown. Vandals now working their way back into this one, 36-29. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a good finish to this ball game. The extra point was blocked earlier, but that one goes through. And it's good. So Aiden Moore's extra point makes this a 6-point ball game once again, with just a few over 6.5 remaining in the ball game. We'll take a short break. When we come back, Van will be kicking back off to the Pirates. We'll see if they can keep their lead.
Capture the world from new heights with M6 Drones and Media. We are your one-stop shop for all things media, offering top-notch aerial photography and videography services that will elevate your content to the next level. Whether Whether it's capturing breathtaking landscapes, covering events with our expert event photography, or even live broadcasting, we've got you covered. With our state-of-the-art equipment and skilled team, your vision will come to life like never before. Let us take your storytelling to new heights.
We're back here in the fourth quarter at Pirates Stadium on this beautiful Friday evening. And the Pirates now find themselves back in a bit of a predicament, down 6 points, Coach.
Yeah.
No, they're up by 6 points.
They're up by 6,
but
so
it's not quite the 2-score lead that we had earlier.
Yeah, and if you take a look down at the field, it looks like they're going for the onside. Either that or they're angling the kick for a high pooch kick to the opposite side. Like I said, they're playing a lot of games with their kickoff team. Right now, let's see what they do.
It is an onside kick. They get the bounce, and it looks like Pirates come down with it. So right there, Caleb Dolison stepping up big time and getting that onside kick. He took a heck of a lick, but held on to it, and the Pirates are going to have the ball at midfield. So this is a good situation now for the Pirates.
Great situation. I mean, you're talking about 6 minutes to play in the ball game, and they go for the onside kick. That says a lot, Mike, and that says a lot about the offensive line of the Pirates, this offensive firepower of the Pirates, because that's Van saying, we don't know if we're going to get this ball back with enough time if we allow you to just get the ball back, so we got to go for the onside. So that's a huge compliment if you're the Pine Tree Pirates.
Attaway in at running back, but Cates hits his receiver. Big play, and that one is complete to Jaden Williams. So Jaden Williams takes it for a gain of 15 yards, and that's exactly what the Pirates needed to get this drive started.
MJ might go over the 300 mark in this game. And, I mean, he's getting really close to it. Before that one, I mean, he was 254 yards of 254 passing yards before that pass right there. I think he's at 271 right now. Man, you're talking about big plays, big chunk plays. I mean, it's not like he's dinking and dunking it. He's taking advantage through the air.
We just crossed the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. MJ Cates hands it off. And the offensive line not quite getting the push they were in the first half. No gain on that play.
Yeah, and with Van, I think they only have one timeout left. They had to spend a couple earlier in the third quarter. If the Pine Tree Pirates can get this first down, it's pretty much going to be a really tough task for Van to try to get back in this game, to make it a game or to take the lead in the game, depending on what the Pine Tree Pirates do. And look for Coach Bachman to run the play in and out and take as much time as he can off of that clock.
Pirates will be able to take this down close to the 5-minute mark before snapping the ball. 5:10 to go. We're at 2-1 snap. Cates hands it off Attaway. He's going to have a loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down 12.
So again, a little bit of the chess game, and again, you can do this because do you trust your offense to go out there and get the conversions and hold on to the ball? Yes. I mean, you had that one fumble between the exchange between Lamarian and MJ, but you've also had the fourth down conversions. You've converted on 3rd and long. So there's a lot of faith and confidence in this offense to be able to play call whatever you want to.
So, Coach, right here, what are you looking to do? Cates?
You don't want to stop the clock for the
they set up the screen. Oh, and he slips as he catches the ball. They scored on that almost exact play from the exact same spot earlier in the game, but he slips as he gets it. Now it's going to be 4th down, and that's another 2-yard loss on the play. And, Coach, I don't know if that still keeps you in 4th down territory or not.
I don't know. If I'm Coach Bachman, I'll probably let this go all the way down, call a timeout, talk to my staff, and then go from there. I mean, and really and truly, he could do whatever he wants to do. Can take a shot and try to convert it, or he can try to flip the field. Like I said, with a punter as good as Alex Morales, trust him to put it in a corner within the 10 and just tell Van, all right, try to score against this defense.
Well, Coach, your experience is paying off because that's exactly what Bachman does. He's going to take a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout on the field. We're going to take a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout in the booth. When we come back, it'll be 4th down 14 for your Pirates.
97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com.
And we are back. The Pirates end up not taking a timeout right there, so they still have 2 of their Texas Semi-Trailer timeouts remaining. They're going to take the delay of game penalty. It drops them back 5 yards, and so now they'll be punting from the 47. Trying to pin Van deep. It is going to be returned for a fair catch called at the 15-yard line, so Van will have 85 yards to go. Down by 6 points, 3:20. In the last 2 season openers, the Pirates have came up just short against the Vandals. Last year in Van, this year back at Pine Tree. With an opportunity right now for the Pirates to get a win against a familiar early season foe. And the Vandals, and it would be a big win for the program after coming off a hot start last week after beating state champion Gilmer Buckeyes. Causing a ripple effect through 4A with head coach Jason Bachman receiving Coach of the Week honors. And right now, they've got Moffitt on the run. And being chased down from behind is Moffitt by Peters. And Peters has some wheels on him.
Yeah, there ain't many getting away from Peters. And I love what Coach Hampton is doing. He's mixing and matching against Van. Right there, he had Peters on the edge. But, man, he has some big guys in the middle right there with Peyton Davis, Rougeley, and Prophet Hishaw, and saying if you're going to run, you're going to have to find gaps on the outside, and he's going to put everybody else in the secondary in coverage.
Moffitt rolls out right, and he hits Rowe for the reception, and it's just past the 1st down marker. So now the Vandals are going to be in business moving the ball. 36-30, 2:36 to go, 4th quarter.
You saw a similar approach last week against Gilmer, but with the difference is Gilmer really did have a lot of short routes that, the quarterback last week, McCown, was able to just check to. This week, their Van is really about their vertical threats on the inside with Rose. So let's see what Pine Tree is able to do here.
Trips to the short side of the field for Moffitt, and he's going to try to go deep, but gets hit. He was under pressure. Let's see who that was that got after the quarterback there. That was number 28 of the Pirates, David Lively.
Lively, another one of those defensive line names that we're getting more and more accustomed to saying this season. I mean, him, Tidarian, Rougeley, they're doing such a great job of just mixing and matching. Right there, Prophet was in, and he wasn't getting back there, so they put Lively in. It's just a great experience for these defensive linemen against this Van Vandal offense.
Moffitt looking in the direction of Rowe, and almost coming up with the interception was Carl Turner. Great coverage. He knew that he sniffed that one out. They knew they were coming right at him, and he defended it perfectly, able to bat the ball away. It'll be 3rd down 10.
Love how Carl's been able to keep on playing. I mean, yeah, Rowe has had some good catches and some good catches on him, but he just keeps, turning the page and saying, hey, on to the next play, on to the next play. You got that one? Okay, I'm not going to let you get the next one. And so very, very good player, very good mentality for the Pine Tree cornerback.
Coach, it's been a good matchup of 2 highly respectable high school players tonight between Carl Turner and Rowe. Now Moffitt, under pressure, rolls out once again. An opportunity for an open field tackle. Doesn't get it, but boy, he gets hit hard out of bounds. And they're trying to break up a little Donnybrook on the side of the field. That was a big hit by Dalen Montgomery. And now we've got a flag on the field. So Sparkle Janitorial yellows are flying. We'll see who this. It was actually behind where all the action was going on the field. So we'll see
somebody had to have said something after a warning was already issued. So this will be interesting because I think he was well short of the line to gain. And they're going to wave it off.
Okay. Yeah, the flag wasn't around the area where everybody was at on the sideline, so that's a good call to call that off. But Moffitt did have a nice gain on that play. So 2:15 to go, fourth quarter, 36-30. Pirates winning. At one point, they were up 22-6.
I would look for Van to try to come inside the middle instead of testing on the outside, especially on this real short yardage play.
Fourth down, bringing the pressure from the left side. He gets the pass off. Really a great call. Really a great defensive call, but an even better play by Moffitt to recognize that so quickly. And so now Van's moving the ball, approaching midfield. Pirates looking for a stop. We're under the 2-minute mark in this game. So it's getting down to it. And in his hands, incomplete. McFarland probably could have put this game away right there, but doesn't come up with the interception. But good defensive play by the senior. It'll be second down.
If you're a linebacker or you want to have aspirations to play linebacker, there's no better pass drop than what McFarland was able to do. I think he just left his feet a little bit too early and just misjudged the pass right there. But, man, that would have been quite the play for McFarland if he was able to come up with that.
And this is a very similar situation we were in with Gilmer last week. Late in the game, the Pirates' black flag defense prevailed, and that time almost intercepted again, but doesn't come up with it. That was Khalil Deckard, and it was in his hands, and he almost came down with it, but not able to. It'll be third down 10.
Black flag defense is really trying to hold tight right here, and, man, they're going to need it as it looks like we take a timeout.
So it is going to be a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout. Whenever we come back, it'll be third down, Vandals. And we're back. Coach, as these games always wind down to the end, this is when it gets good. This is when it gets fun. But, man, it really does work your nerves.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have had that second helping of nachos from the Pine Tree culinary team because, man, I'm real nervous right now. It was good, but, man, this game is working my nerves right now. And if I'm nervous, I can imagine how the coaches are on the sideline as we get ready for this third down play.
1:39 to go in the ball game. Moffitt takes the snap, looking to his left side. The ball's batted up, and it's going to fall incomplete. So now, fourth down and 10. And we saw on the last fourth down attempt, Hampton dialed up a blindside blitz, inside corner blitz. We'll see. Coach, you expect something similar here?
I don't know. It'll be interesting. And, you know, here's a little bit where the chess game is. I would probably let them set up and see what they're going to call. You have 2 timeouts. You're not going to use them if you get the ball back. So I'd let them set up, call a timeout, and then go from there. See what their play call is right now. Call the timeout.
36-30, 1:34 to go in the ball game. Fourth down and 10 for Moffitt and the Vandals. Pirates trying to get a stop right here. Here's your ball game. And it's a big sack for the Pirates. He takes him down.
And that's number 76, Peyton Davis. What a play. It almost looked like he went unblocked, and what a What a way to end the game for the Pine Tree Pirates as finally, they get the Van Vandals W right from them as they were looking to try to rip it back from us.
Davis reached deep in the tank right there. He got around his blocker and blew up the quarterback, Moffitt. And that Pirate Nation should lock this one down with 1:27 to go. You're only a few snaps away from being 2-0 in this young 2024 season.
And you're right, Mike. You couldn't have said it any better right there. You're hitting the nail on the head. 2-0. What a start for this Pine Tree Pirate team and this Pine Tree Pirate community. And the crowd still hasn't disappeared. They're still here celebrating. They roar to life after Peyton Davis got that huge sack and that huge hit on the quarterback in that last play. And now this is, as a play caller, as a team, this is your favorite formation. When your quarterback's taking a knee, it's a good thing.
Coach, and this is what's so exciting about this is this Black Flag defense coming to play this year. The talk was, man, you know, the leadership of the front four last year and how great they were, but they've established now a culture here of a defense and a defensive front four that is going to be feared by 4A teams this year. And right there, Peyton Davis being able to get in that backfield and blow up the quarterback, Austin Moffitt, on the final play of defense for the night. Hey, Coach, we got a W.
Man, and I love to see it right there. Coach Bachman was really happy. He fired up with his team right there on the sideline. He really wanted this one. I mean, to be able to say, hey, we're going to go and schedule, contenders. We're going to go schedule championship blue-collar programs, tough teams. And this was one of those tough teams. This was a team that 2 years before beat them by 2 scores. Last year, beat them by 1 score. And to come back and get this win in the manner that you got it, you had to reach down a little bit. And that's what Coach Bachman wanted to do. That's what he wants to do. He wants them to keep going to the well and saying, hey, there's still a little bit more left. And there's no better example of it than how Peyton Davis ended it right there.
And you are now in the ABC Auto Parts post-game show. We will have stats as well as some follow-up for this ball game and a preview for next week whenever the Pirates travel to Dallas Carter just a couple of hours down the road for a third game battle. But, Coach, let's wrap this one up. We'll have some stats for you shortly, but what are your initial thoughts as this game came to a close?
Well, the first thought that comes on is the fact of the matter that, hey, you beat a Van team. What's even better is that this Van team beat the same Carter team that we're going to play next week. So that has to give you some confidence. I'm not saying that every team is just like any other week. I mean, you learn, you adapt, you get better. That Carter team is going to be 2 weeks better than what they were when they played Van in the first game. We're going to be 2 weeks better than what we were in the first game against Gilmer. So as long as we keep on improving, we're going to put ourselves in the best position to win that game. But this has to kind of give you that gives you a clean sense of confidence to be able to go into that game and say, hey, we beat Van, Van beat them, we should beat them, and put that expectation on there for you.
I'd like to take a opportunity to thank all of our sponsors tonight. Vera Bank with the broadcast sponsor. Thank you, ABC Auto Parts, for sponsoring our pregame and postgame show. Marketing with April sponsored our coin toss this evening as well as the halftime stats. Starting lineups were brought to you by Longview Chamber of Commerce. And all the kickoffs tonight. Thank you, East Texas Preferred Properties, as well as our other sponsors, PDQ America, Texas Semi-Trailer, Sparkle Janitorial, Kilgore College, Energy Weld Fab, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Custom Graphics, and Barwell Solutions. Thank you so much for your support tonight, and we appreciate all of you who have stuck around and listened to the show tonight. We've got some stats for you, and these are always fun to do after a win. MJ Cates lighting it up tonight. He was 14 of 18 for 269 yards. And, Coach, this is after a game last week where the Pirates won with only gaining 180 yards on offense. So right there, MJ Cates coming through. Hunter had 12 carries tonight for 45 yards, as well as 1 reception. And then Khalil Deckard, he had 1 reception for 21 yards tonight on 2 targets, including a touchdown in this one. Dalen Montgomery had 1 reception for 42 yards, as well as a touchdown. So earlier I was saying that was Hunter who had the touchdown reception, Coach. It was actually Dalen Montgomery who had that screen pass, who took it for 6 earlier in the game. Attaway had 8 rushes for 30 yards this evening, and that rounds out our rushing leaders. Williams had 4 receptions for 39 yards this evening. Then our totals for the team tonight: 22 rushes for 67 yards for the Pirates, a team traditionally known for running. They did have 2 rushing touchdowns, but it was all about the MJ Cates passing game tonight. 14 of 18 for 269 yards. And really just an all-around good game tonight by the offense. And the defense, I know they gave up 30 points, but, man, you take away those 2 fumbles, I don't even know if they get past 14.
Yeah, and that's a great way to put it. I mean, there was a couple of turnovers that helped them get to that point. I mean, they scored the point, so you can't take that away from the Van Vandals, who played a really good game, and again, a tough game. And it's one of those games that Coach Bachman talked about, wanting to see how this Pine Tree team measured up, and I think they passed the test. I mean, they were able to win it in different ways, and they've been able to win in different ways. And this goes back again, like I said, it's almost like a continuation from last year. They're finding different ways to win with, blocked field goals at the end of a game, game ending interception. Last week, game ending strip on 4th down against Gilmer. On this one, 4th down play, sack against Van, who was driving down the field. They didn't have a lot of yardage last week. They had a lot of yardage this week, and they had to outscore Van, 36-30. So they're finding different ways to win. And when you're trying to build a championship caliber program, a blue-collar program, a program that is known to win, not necessarily by the run game, not necessarily by a good defense, but just win, you got to be able to do it in different facets, and that's what this team is doing.
Coach, now last week on the last play of the game, we saw something similar. It was a strip sack that was recovered by McFarland, but you had 2 guys get in there. I think you had Peyton Davis, and let me see, it was the other player on that was Tadarian Peters last week on that final play. Tonight you see Peyton Davis able to get into the backfield. It's like they've got a little bit of extra energy that they're finding, and that is what was talked about in media day. That's that little bit, that extra running, that extra lifting that these coaches have been trying to really, over the last few years, really get built into this culture here at Pine Tree. And I really believe that it's those plays just like that, just like we saw that closed this game out, that's that difference maker.
Yeah, and you heard those that tuned into the pregame show and the interview with Coach Rockwell. I mean, he talks about stacking bricks and being able to, love these guys, coach these guys hard, but love them even harder. And that's what these guys have done. That's what the staff has done. They're able to just go and ask these things of these players because of the relationship and the camaraderie that they've built in this program completely through and through. And you see it. I mean, everybody there at the end. And you're talking about where in the past, Peyton Davis doesn't play defense. He's on the offensive side. He's an offensive specialist. And now he's making plays on the defensive side, on the offensive side. I mean, you're talking about a guy that was getting scouted as an offensive line. I'm telling you, if I'm a college scout, I might be looking at Peyton Davis on the defensive side too.
Right. Now, Coach, shifting to Dallas Carter now.
Okay.
Last week, Van took on Dallas Carter in Dallas, and they came away with a 28-20 victory. They were up 21-20 whenever they were going into the fourth quarter. So it was a tight game until the end. This game was not as close as the scoreboard says it is at 36-30. It was a close game, but I don't believe it was that close.
Yeah.
The Pirates really dominated this game on the offensive side of the ball as well as the defense, minus a couple of turnovers. It was really all the Bucks tonight. So these players are going to be confident, especially after beating a state champion last week and then beating a familiar early season foe that they have not been able to beat the last 2 years. Where do you think that confidence lies, and how now it's a different thing you have to handle, but now how do you handle positive pressure and knowing that you're going to be expecting to win?
I love it. I love the question because, I mean, as a coach, I can appreciate that because here's the deal. If there's pressure, it's because something's expected out of you. If you weren't expected to do anything, there'd be no pressure. There's some pressure now, and it's the good pressure. Coach Rock, Coach Bachman talk about it, and the whole coaching staff talks about it. Here's the deal. You want to put yourself on this stage, then you're going to have to make sure that you go out and do this, and then not only that, but you're going to have to go out there and get these wins in these special kinds of ways. Mm-hmm. And keep winning this tradition. I mean, let's just be honest. Like, it's been hard to get wins like these in recent years, or you can just say in Pine Tree football history. But what comes first, the winning culture or the buy-in? That's one of those questions. Like, what comes first, the egg or the chicken? Because you really can't say it. But right now, you're seeing complete buy-in from these guys, from this team. Who lost a lot last year. I mean, you're talking about losing 3 guys off of the defensive line to they're playing on Saturdays now, and yet they're still finding ways to win on the defensive line without them. They're learning it, and so you're seeing the buy-in, and so with the buy-in, you see the winning culture, and man, it's awesome to see. And going forward into Dallas Carter, I mean, you're talking about again scheduling those teams that here in recent years, we've been playing locally. We've been playing East Texas. We've been playing, the farthest we would go would be Texas High. Yeah. Now you're talking about going into the Metroplex where, that's where you'll start playing when you get into deep playoff runs, which is the aspiration of this team.
Well, and that was one thing that Bachman wanted to do was put this team on a bus and send them down interstate and get them used to traveling. And now you have a team that last year was able to taste that little bit of playoffs whenever they went to Lovejoy and were able to play that playoff game. And that was coming off a road win against Texas High. You think the last 3 games for this team, regular season, Gilmer, Texas High, and now Van, all 3 W's, and you actually can go back to Hallsville and Nacogdoches last year before you get our first regular season loss. So this team actually right now, I believe, is 5-0 in its last 5 regular season games. And that is exactly the type of culture that Bachman wanted to implement. That's the type of culture that Pine Tree expected to be implemented. And I don't know, it gets in the water, it gets in the air, and now you feel it. You walk in this press box. We talk during the week. You hear the folks of Pine Tree talking now. It's a little bit different tone than whenever I first joined this Pine Tree Live team. And I got to say, Coach, I am loving it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's infectious, and you hear coaches talk about that, and I mean, in fact, you can go watch ESPN 30 for 30. The Survive and Advance story of the North Carolina State team that beat the what team was it? The Houston team of the Slamma Jamma Houston team. And they talk about how their coach made them practice cutting down the nets. Like, hey, we're going to do this one day. Let's go and practice cutting down the nets. And he said, well, you got to practice it. You got to put it in your mind that you can do that. Coach Bachman's doing the same thing. You can beat high-caliber programs like a Gilmer. You can travel down the road, into Dallas area, into the Metroplex, and get used to that environment and win there. And so that's what he's doing. He's practicing cutting down the nets, and he's setting these guys up, and these guys are starting to say, hey, we can do it. We can do it. And so it's awesome to see. And, man, it's only the second game of the year, and we're talking like this. It's fun. And it makes you look into what could be. And with this team, the sky's the limit.
Optimism, dreams, that is what high school football is made of. That's what Friday Night Lights is for. Coach, before we part with our Pirate Nation listeners still here with us in the ABC Auto Parts post-game show, what's your final word?
Man, just proud of all of our coaches. got a lot of coaches, new coaches on staff. You know, Coach Lyles, Coach Stearns, Coach Copeland, Coach Sermons, Coach Yates. A lot of new guys that are new to this staff, and man, they're coming on at a really good time with this team and this program, and they get to experience their first win in Pirate Stadium. And I am partial to coaches. I'm a defender of coaches. I'm a defender of programs, and I'll be a defender of our guys no matter what. But huge shout out and special shout out to their families who might be listening in and enjoying the ride with us. And so very happy for them. Very happy that they're here with us at Pine Tree. And man, go Pirates!
Go Pirates, Coach. It was a fun night in the booth with you. And thank you, Pirate Nation, for your support of Pine Tree Athletics. Thank you to the faculty and staff, including Superintendent Steve Cluxton, High School Principal Beeper Kraus, Head Coach Jason Bachman, and Athletic Director Jacob Holder. A big thank you to our 2024 sponsors, including our post-game sponsor, ABC Auto Parts, and broadcast sponsor, Vera Bank. Thank you to the Pine Tree Live broadcast team of color commentator Coach Rocha, cinematographer Garrett Mahan, statistician Mitch Eggerman, and our engineer Larry Mahan with M6 Drones. We look forward to seeing you again next Friday when the Pirates hit the road west to go face the Dallas Carter Cowboys. This is Michael Clements Jr. signing off from Pirate Stadium in Longview, Texas. Ahoy, good night, and go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
At ABC Auto Parts, what does parts and people you can trust really mean? It means our roots run deep in the communities where we live and do business. That our friendly expert staff is here for you, ready to go above and beyond to get the job done. And you can trust that ABC Auto Parts offers quality brand name parts in stock with competitive pricing, whether you shop online or in store. We are the parts and people you can trust. ABC Auto Parts.